Trouble. In fact, they'll go long through Eichhold. The left footer centres it to half forward. Yates recovers beautifully. Inside 50. Graham Yates shoots towards goal and he's popped through another one. Now the Dean smothered, but he gets away. Oh, good smother by Johnson on Vic Kennedy's hand pass. Tingay shoots for goal from 50 and puts it through.
Well, Alan Johnson well played as always.
Did it well. A great interception by Bailey. Bailey for an open goal is a gem. An absolute... Another chance for Sparks. A long hand pass is absolutely brilliant. On it goes to Dean. Dean hooks it back and puts it through. And that was just keep pushing it forward.
Long way. Johnson to full forward. White and beautifully rowed by Steins. Giles open goal. And the Demons, nicely done. Rinter out of defence, puts Melbourne into attack. Lovely pass. White, well, it was either White pass to Grinter. It was a beauty. From 60 metres out to Dean.
Ball, and here comes Batto. Adrian Batterston kicks it out. Sean White, up he goes.
Quick kick out of the pack and
Wilson, Wilson out wide to Giles. He's got a good run. Danaher tackles him. Giles to the ground. Back it comes. A left foot snapped.
Bailey.
And it's through. It's Brett Bailey. He's kicked.
By Lyon. And a good run there by Healy. Takes it from him, only metres out. And he's goal.
Man on the ground, Steve Turner. Goes towards the flank. Oh, good mark, Healy. Handballs quickly on to Wilson. Wilson's pass, a beauty. Dean, inside 50. Comes back. It's there. Another strong mark from the Collingwood defender. Goal not played. Flowers snap. It's a goal. Well, the booze from an extra metre each, but it's going to come back quickly. Wilson. Oh, lovely pass. Bradbury left Flower on his own. Bit of bad luck from Bradbury there.
Oh, Healy again, delightful at the back, and he runs on. Oh, Wilson's magic today. He's back to his Brownlow medal form. It's not a bad kick to White. Well, Robbie Flower's going. It was at the start of the quarter. Williams been an active player on the forward line, and that's just about on the grass, but it's a marker run.
He was retaliating to Hughes, who...
The ball goes to full forward for Melbourne. Kennedy, a stray handball. Lyon, left foot shot for goal, is the first score of the match, and it's a big goal for the Demons. Wallace kicks it long, 55 metres out to the wing, and a great mark taken out there by Spalding for the Demons.
A kid against a veteran. Well played by Bailey. Hooking. Oh, what a mark! A one-armer by Dean just outside the 50. And now Warren Dean just forward of centre wing. His kick up inside half forward. Williams there for Melbourne. At the back, Turner.
Stein. Good play by the youngster. Up towards centre half forward. The mark taken by White for Melbourne.
And he was legged, allowed to go on with things with a charging run. The former soccer player, the former Gaelic footballer. Great stuff. Yates back to White, who kept going. Look at that hand pass. To quarter time. Here's Greg Healy. Out to Stretch. From near the boundary line. What a kick! Melbourne's first goal for the quarter has come from deep in the bleachers. Lyons leads the race. Flower there as well. Flower gets it. Third touch for the day. And Robbie Flower bangs it through for a goal.
Dean, on to Bailey, kick it yourself, on to Flower. Flower, goal number 2 coming up. There it is, the Demons back in it. Never say die spirit.
Fire suspended, Turner injured. Lyon has a broken leg. Stretch, beautiful pass to Wilson. And they both come off the bench in this term. Opponents now. Kennedy to centre wing. White! What a quarter this boy has played.
He's 9-7.
In this quarter, Footscray 1 goal 1 to Melbourne 1 straight goal. Yates, what a mark. Big mark by Yates. Out to the wing, it's all Melbourne. Stretch, who can run like a gazelle and deliver the ball beautifully. goes long, not without a chance of scoring. Flower! Robbie Flower.
How was that?
Game 271, hardly sighted in the first half. 2 goals in a minute in the third quarter. And another one here would get Melbourne back to within a point. What a champion.
9 points in front of Hawthorn, but the players out there have not got a clue. Colin, left foot kick towards centre-half forward. Mark taken by Lovett.
Come on, Footscray, you need someone contesting.
Lovett towards centre-half forward. Mark to Newport. Melbourne doing well. Beautiful kick by Newport to full forward. Chance for Jackson. Snapshot for goal is good. Online, Melbourne in front.
What a game.
Towards half forward. Chance for Dean. Gets the handball wide. Wilson, cover yourself in glory. He goes for goal and puts it through. The Demons. Gee, he'd be on fire, wouldn't he? He would be on fire. That's going to break too. Oh, what a cheer.
I reckon it used to be in the old days when they come down the race and straight on it, you know?
Yeah, straight out there.
Melbourne make their first appearance on the MCG in September since 1964. And they're first into attack. Dean takes the mark 55 metres out to Viney. If it bounces, he can kick a goal. He does. Worley attacking and looking threatening as Spargo kicks to half forward. White, big leap, big mark. And what a hero he's become to the Melbourne fans. They love him.
Dismal kick, Ricky Jackson.
Peter Jonas hobbling off.
Jackson punts for goal. Right up into the square. Mark's been taken by Flower. Absolutely ecstatic. Robert Flower.
And he would have really loved feeling that leather as he comes in and kicks.
And puts it through.
They're out of their seats.
Oh, what a start. Sharon onto Lovett. Lovett, 50-metre kick to half forward. No mark taken. It should have been by Harris. The ball at half forward is a chance for the Demons. Williams into an open goal and puts it through. Well, Melbourne on fire.
Pretty casual about it, but did it well to stretch. At half forward now for the D's. McCann is the spoiler. Williams the swooper. Long and straight.
Ackley under pressure. Play answers the umpire. Flower, skills, still gets the handball away to Hughes. Hughes up towards full forward. Mark to Melbourne. Great mark by Campbell.
Go the knockout, put straight to Jackson. Speedy stuff. Now Spalding, a star to half forward. Fortuitously into the arms of Dean. Long and straight with the left boot. The Demons have kicked 4 in 4 minutes.
This kick, 70 metres. Kicked back by Larkin. Mark taken by White. What a screamer. He makes everything look spectacular, doesn't he?
That was a great mark because as Spargo was coming in, he never took his eyes off the ball for 1 second.
Off to Coop. Coop wide, finds Dean.
And finds Lovett, who's at his second club after leaving Hawthorn.
Lovett's kick to centre-half forward. No mark taken. Jackson swoops on it. Through centre-half forward. And goals. What a sensational goal by Ricky Jackson.
It'd be a monster if he did it. Doesn't quite. Steins is up there. Law. Well tackled. Mossop under pressure and a chance for Melbourne. Flower! He's done it!
Against North Melbourne because they knew Melbourne had the numbers and they're away again. Yates at half forward. In short, Yates. Good pass. Flower. Kick has been marked by Lovett. Lovett in the back pocket for Melbourne. 52 marks to 32. Melbourne leading in that department. Here's one of the guys who's taken a few of them. Oh, magical play by Flower. Over the top to Viney, out wide to Dean. Dean long to the front of the squares, a beautiful kick, and the mark has been taken by Campbell. What a magnificent kick by Dean. There's another statistic. Melbourne, 21 more kicks than North Melbourne. And it shows on the scoreboard. Jackson, roving well, another goal to Melbourne. Second goal to Jackson, 14th goal to Melbourne. Dean.
Oh, yeah, just murdering the Kangaroos. Bad kick by Dean, a rare mistake. Flower might go all the way. 40 metres out. This will put them in ecstasy.
Years ago. Love it. Good torpedo kick. Oh, Flower! Outside 50 metres, looking to play on. No one to kick it to because Robert Flower's off the ground. Into the pocket. No mark taken. Ball runs free. Jackson onto it quickly. Handball over the top. Chance for Campbell. He's kicked it. Oh! Rubbing salt into the wound, if you don't mind.
It's red and blue everywhere. Newport. Now Lovett bursting out of defence. Kicks from outside 50. Long, it's straight, but it's marked by Steins, who gets his second goal. It was on its way home anyway, but he did the right thing.
He's just shaved the post a couple of times. He could have easily kicked 5 goals, Dan. Look at the tackle.
North Melbourne in trouble. Richards tackle on
To Condon. Long towards centre half forward. O'Dwyer well placed, and he takes his third mark for the game.
Yes, he also copped one there from Platten. Should be 50 metre. Oh, no, he's not paying.
He's been known to kick a bundle occasionally, not without a chance from 55 metres. Right to the line. Steins is... Oh, what a ball! Lovell, the young boy from Tasmania, playing his 5th game.
Third. Oh, everyone seems to be hooking them today towards the pocket. Up they go, and it's a great mark to Sean White. So what a contest that is. He looks for Campbell. He allows Bailey, but Bailey couldn't take it. Here's a chance now for young Phoebe. His second kick of league football is goal.
You. Wide to the wing, poorly directed kick. Wilson at full tilt. Oh, shows the dummy to Condon. Short pass to Healy. And Brian Wilson.
It's a pressure Melbourne are putting on. Here they come again. A chance for Alan Johnson to slam it through. It's close. It's a goal. Jackson, they've looked very, very dangerous. Here's Campbell with a chance. He's got it. 40 metres out. He hooks it back. It's another one. Oh, great performances by the Demons.
Biting mouthfuls of turf, long and high. Dunstall underneath it, and White has recovered to take a sensational mark.
Master Greg Deere, oh, he gets a bad bounce, a bad play that by the Hawks. Johnson, here's a chance for Melbourne as the mark has been taken by Brian Wilson. He'll have to kick from 50 metres. It's an open goal. He sees it too as he kicks long. Campbell ducks back. It's a goal to the Brownlow medalist.
He's got it again. No, not quite. No mark. Comes to Williams. In front, 35 metres out. And the scores are level.
Well, there's plenty of spirit in this Melbourne side.
Back to Sharon. Inside half forward. Steins! Right in front and about 30 metres out. The scores are level. Melbourne lead by a straight kick.
1 goal, 1 to Jimmy Steins. His first goal for the afternoon.
Trying to crash his way through was Healy. Grabbed by Ayres. Dipier Domenico's got a sin underneath this one. Oh, it's punched in the back of the head. Play on his hurt.
What a win by Melbourne.
Done the man today, but they've got tremendous determination, tremendous spirit.
And Dean, we thought they would fall down on the forward line. The little men kept them in it early, but when the game was to be won, you can see the Melbourne players in John Northey, very, very proud players. The big fella there, O'Dwyer, was great. Brian Wilson, a great third quarter. Sean White battled hard, even though Dunstall kicked eight. Flower and Crosswell. The wind quarter, they blew it too far. Good play, Flower straight. stuff. The sign of a champion. A touch of class from Robert Flower.
Old-fashioned football, go back and have a long kick. He reckons he can kick it. Well, he hasn't made a bad fist of it, though. It'll just be a bit short. Crosswall, yes, he's got it from the back of the pack.
It's a grand old flag, it's a high-flying flag. It's the emblem for me and for you. It's the emblem of the team we love, the team of the red and the blue. Every heart beats true for the red and the blue, and we sing this song to you. Should old acquaintance be forgotten, keep your eye on the red and the blue.
Chance now for Healy. Handball back, Newport, Steins. Good kick by Steins. There's a goal, third goal now. And Melbourne hit the front. Favours the Demons. Jackson, left foot kick towards full forward. In front, Bidge.
Lander. He goes with about a 60-metre kick. And in front is Steins, right in front, and about 30 metres from goal. Forward. Williams is there. Crumming, failing to crumb as O'Dwyer. Goes off the ground to Healy. Oh, he should buy a ticket in Tats Lotto. Collingwood doing most of the attacking, but a chance for Melbourne here through Lyon. To Wilson at centre-half forward. He's got away from McGuan, but drops the mark. Well, McGuan shepherded off with a high one. Wilson back from 50, goes for goal and kicks it. The Collingwood fans yelling for a shepherding free kick.
Boundary throw in. Steins. Good punch away. Wilson, can he kick goal 5? Punch for goal and puts it through.
Clear winners, their defence was rock solid, if a trifle lucky. Day clearly went to Gary Lyon. And it was this circus act that brought up Lyon's third if Melbourne came up with a trump.
Kicks the ball out from that back pocket area. Oh, what a mark! Spalding! Mark of the day by Earl Spalding.
Melbourne out of the centre again, up to Jackson at half forward. Lightning hand pass. Eichhold from 50. Will it carry the pack? It will. A goal.
Ricky Jackson already with his great pace, troubling the Geelong back line. Oh, there's a real good mark. Gary Lyon. What a top mark that was. With the Cats.
41 to 35. Cameron, good kick to Ablett. White, good mark. Coming from behind and seeming to...
Straight to Yates, and here come the Cats. It's a kick towards Cameron. Oh, good mark, though, to Spalding, coming over the top. Earl Spalding has been fairly quiet today, but that was an excellent mark at centre-half back.
Goal this quarter. They've been playing 18 and a half minutes. Good-looking kick. He's made it.
Wilson, a bad hand pass, straight to Boss. Boss, a hurry kick, and the mark will... Oh, dropped by Spalding, a sitter. Wonder if the sun got in his eyes.
Spalding up to Wilson. Back to Spalding. A running shot for goal from 50. Great kick.
Well, Will Spalding made up for that bad mistake.
Yes, he's been kept goalless, and good effort by Darcy at full-back. Oh, there's a great mark. Is he a player, this young kid, Anthony Lovell?
Back to Arshold. And on to Lovell. The first gamer can seal it. And he has.
He goes long, a poorly directed kick, however. Taylor was well behind on this occasion. A bit of pushing and shoving. Minutes to go. Here's a chance now for Steins. Shoots for goal from 40 metres and puts it through. Great play by Jimmy Steins. Once again. Undecided. Now the umpire calls play on, and Arshold boots a long kick towards full forward. Campbell, good mark. 30 metres out. That half-forward line. An easy mark dropped by Newport. Healy is there to lend support. Snaps over his shoulder, and I think has made amends by putting through another one.
It's these two big guys. I think what they've got to do...
He does so, and that's the ease with which Melbourne are able to get out of trouble and go into attack once again. The mark drop, it could be expensive too, because Wilson lines up for goal. He's made no mistake, and Robert Mace will be... Coop with the ball. Good long torpedo punt kick right towards full forward. O'Dwyer! Spectacular mark. Oh, what a jump. This kick was a poor one, however, straight to Lovell. He steadies, looks up towards the half-forward line, and O'Dwyer again. The handball a little loose. Johnson through with dash. Over centre wing he goes, up towards the half-forward line. Clever use of the body by Wilson. Gets onto a punt kick down towards full forward, but Kappa caught behind, and Hughes takes the mark. Runs out of danger. It's a long kick back to the centre. Then Judge will take the big fella punts one long and high and towards full forward. A mighty fly over the back by Wilson, and he'll have another shot at goal.
Did not have to change stride. Here's his great handball. Put it in stride, didn't have to change stride. Sold the dummy, and then with an underground drop punt, has kicked the ball truly.
Kappa leads. A fine mark coming over the top by Sean White, who didn't like that piece of attention. Hughes' high left foot kick, looking for Lovell. Oh, what a mark by the little fellow. Over the top of Hine. He had the jump, but he took the mark. Plays on quickly. Kicks it to the opposite side. Transfers play to the members' side. And the mark's been taken by Arshold.
The question is, gentlemen, did it hit the post? Oh, and now look, everyone's sort of pointing at the post.
Towards full forward, waiting back there is Byrne, but in front, strong mark. What a good mark that was by Spalding. Or was it White? I think it's Sean White. Top mark.
It was Carroll the first one, Parsons the second, because he's picked out Icehold, who runs away from Mitchell, and a good pass, a precision pass.
Held his teammate. It is picked up now by Yates, who drives it forward for the Demons, and the first goal could well go the Demons' way. Hand pass by Spalding, and the goal's kicked by Bailey. 2 goals to Bailey.
It's unfortunate. He's just lost his confidence at the moment. That could... Oh, what a mark.
Top mark that was by Wilson from the kick-off. Great mark, Wilson. And runs around Williams, gets the kick down towards half-forward. Melbourne on the attack again. The mark taken by Jackson. Runs in from 30 metres, looks at the goal and goes bang. Another one to the Demons, and it's...
Up towards Williams, the ball punched away by Oshold. Stretch now with one of those characteristic runs. Scoots the ball in towards half-forward and coming across it.
Chance now for Hawker. Oh, his kick could be dangerous. Yates. But it's taken by Keane. He also is living very dangerously. Campbell. He's good at these. He's kicked it. But hard for both sides as Danaher. Terry is on all fours. Wilson, will he get clear at last? He does. Runs his full distance, shoots towards goal and pops it through. Her third possession at the start of the last quarter. Up towards full forward. A big jump by Johnson, and he takes the mark. It's it clear to Healy. Short kick line. Still on his left foot. He hooks it back towards goal.
Play on will be a goal of Dean.
Good tackle. Batterston been a busy rover. Out to the flank and Turner should hit it over, which he does brilliantly. Brian Wilson, open goal, difficult angle. Shoots for goal and does it again. Out it went from White and Hardy's in front of Jackson. Gary Lyon goes into him, gives Jackson the chance. Quick hands, as Kevin said. Out it goes. And a very long kick by Coop is a good one. It's a sensational kick. That's his third.
Thumped away from Spalding, who's in attack. Chance for Jackson. The left footer is home, and well done by the Demons. This is at the start of this match when we thought the Bears might have had it in the first term. It certainly seems Melbourne are going to the scoring end, and a scoring chance for Jackson, who kicked the first goal of the quarter, lines them up and delivers beautifully. And my word, this fellow can kick the ball well.
With the expertise that he does.
In front, Flower lost the run of it. Ricky Jackson very quick to Lyon. Lyon will go for the open goal. There's nobody at home. Sean White, well played. Oh, he doubled back and took a beauty. And Gary Lyon took the long pot shot with the angle not very acute. And he kicks it and kicks it pretty well. No sound from the pro-West Australian crowd. Fine play short for a free kick here today. They're letting it go. Steins, punched again by Batterston. Gary Lyon hooks it over his shoulder and hooks it through for one behind. A goal! Well, didn't he hook it well? I thought he hooked it too far. And of course you get bamboozled by the silent crowd.
Go, the biggest man there. The Scouters White, ever creative. Jackson for a second chance. And this is good and well played by the youngster. It must have been in his mind as he lined that up that I've got to kick this, having blown it a moment ago. And this time he didn't blow it, and the Demons back to with it that time. As Bailey can't make the distance. Centres, Flower from the side, what a great mark. And the champion from the 25-metre line can put Melbourne in front. And didn't he go at that one with courage? Flying in from the side with the pack bearing down and hugging the leather to the chest.
Beat Ischenko, which is a big one, isn't it?
Shouldn't miss this, and I doubt very much that he will. We've got a perfect view, and look at that. 3.5 metres either side of the post. And the captain, on the day when he breaks the Melbourne club record in playing his 259th game, puts them in front just before quarter time.
Very bad one of Turner's. Renstead's going to get him out of trouble. Renstead then kicks it out to the flank, and in comes big Steins and takes a beauty. Held it long enough. The West Australian crowd certainly disagree with the umpire and myself. It's eventually picked up by Malaxos. Richards gets it and covers a few yards. A nice bounce. Eventually Steins is with it. He hand passes to nowhere in particular. It wasn't Steins.
Picked up by Winton. Oh, he's given it to Jackson. He's been dangerous. Little Rover squaring passes. Good football, and Bailey from directly in front should bring up the first major of the day. Good unselfish football from Ricky Jackson, who could have easily blazed away from there, but looked up and saw Brett Bailey directly in front, and he's just 20 metres out from goal. There it is, and the Demons lead by 7 points after 10.5.
Stretch, who's Terry Danaher's opponent, is his second kick down to their half-forward line. What a lovely catch right up there is Spalding. Nominated on the half-back line, but on the half-forward line, that was a really good mark. 70 metres from goal. It's a big kick with the breeze, and it's going close. It's a goal. Great stuff from Spalding. That was a huge kick.
Feeds the long handball out to Steins. Chips the pass, a beauty into the pocket. Shot at goal from Bailey. Yes. So Brett Bailey gets his third goal.
The loose ball. Greg Healy a chance. He heard a voice say, "Give it to me." It was young Jackson. 30 metres and zigging and zagging and lines it up.
Point leaders are Essendon. And
Melbourne have the breeze, kicking to the left in this third quarter. Trying to get it out. Bailey has kicked 3 goals. He's been a good player. Bad luck for Lyons over his head. Oh, it's a goal.
Danaher, good raving from Healy. Puts it high, looking for a Lyon mark, and that's exactly what he's got.
It's ironical, isn't it? He's almost held 2. He probably did hold the first one.
It certainly looked like
he certainly looked like he held the first one, but his third attempt. A very exciting player, Gary Lyon, and he'll be a great player for Melbourne for many years to come.
Kicked a goal in the first quarter. This to give Melbourne the lead again, 11.5 minutes into the third term. Another one.
Handball coming out. Demons looking good from Johnson. Sets it up well here for Stretch. Oh, greatly across to Bailey, who's kicked 4, and he's marked it 30 metres from goal. And Melbourne are just 3 points behind. The lead has already changed 4 times in this third term. Melbourne with the breeze. He's been a good player, Bailey, their top goal scorer with 14 possessions. And he should know how to kick this one. Certainly does. And 5 goals.
He's been a good player. Kicked their last goal. Chips over the top for Keane. Oh, great.
Into this third term.
Salmon against Spalding. Spalding wins it down to Johnson. Quick hands. Too quick, in fact. He's got a free kick for pushing the back. And there's 15 metres. I see a bit of lip packs going on out there. The umpire getting on top of things. It's umpire Cameron who gave the 15. Now Alan Johnson would be within scoring range. It started out right. His 12th possession. Hoping the breeze will bring it back. It's doing that. Enough? Yes! Oh, Alan Johnson, a top goal.
Oh, good play by Bomber Thompson. Great running by Russell Richards. Oh, he's charged like a bull. Oh, what a great goal from Richards. And Melbourne have jumped to a 15-point lead in this third quarter.
Centre. Bounce was a good one for Danaher. At front position on White. Oh, he's given it straight to White. Here's a go. Lyon from 30 metres. That's what you call making the most of mistakes. Capitalising on the opposition's errors.
Fine to Richards. Here he goes. He gets a tap. A brilliant tap to Jackson. And a chip down to the forward line. Line in front of Winton. Lovely handball back. Oops, no, they can't capitalise on this. Here's a chance. The Demons. Oh, another one. Spalding it is. He had a great first quarter. His second goal. Walsh grabbed by Jackson. Good play. Nice handball to Stretch. Not a good kick. Walsh with good anticipation, threads his way through. Stolen by Jackson Preston. He's got a man in front of him. No, he ignored him, ignored Giles, and goes for...
By the needle. Oh, Clark's kick smothered. Ricochets to Steins. No one to give it to except Terry Danaher. 40 metres out. His kick smothered. Ricochets loose, and the Demons clear it to the wing. Alan Johnson.
Oh, great play by the 2 Irishmen.
It's White who gets it forward, rather Bailey. Oh, mark to Dean. Stole it from behind the pack. Got some good shepherding from Batterston, who's back on the ground after going off with a shoulder injury. And the Demons delighted.
Buffeted around, he cannot break away. Picked up eventually by Johnson. Johnson shoots a beautiful snap for goal.
Beautiful goal, Johnson. Yeah, I think the umpire called it right in the first place when he...
Turns and twists, hooks it very cleverly back. And comes Bailey. Bailey long. Robbie Flower from behind, and it's a beauty. It's a beauty.
Rough, tough Rod Grinter. Newport. The North really applying good pressure. Oh, good leap and great mark. Greg Healy.
Flags indicate that the wind is blowing to the small scoreboard end. So it'll take a decent kick from Steins to score from here. Gives it a good thump, up to the front of the square, punched away by Lyon. Jackson, shot for goal by Jackson, is a beauty.
Formerly played with St Kilda, and Footscray playing his first game for the Demons.
Here's a chance for Wilson, gets past Hughes, goes for goal. Oh, was that marked on the line? It might be through. There'll only be a centimetre or 2 in it. It's a goal. Well, it looked very, very close. The Geelong player quite stunned. Second goal on the board to Melbourne through Wilson.
Taken away by Lyon. Good vision by him. Robbie Flower, 35 out. Another straight kick. Scores level.
Locking up very well at the moment, Melbourne.
For Geelong, a high ball towards centre half forward. Demons in the van. Spalding takes the mark, a strong one. Side up towards between centre half forward and full forward. Flanagan, a little slow. Flower pounces on it. Left foot kick by Flower is a goal. A great goal by Robert Flower. And we saw the personification of agility and clumsiness. Robert Flower, no messing around, as sure as you like. Love it running well. Looping handball over the stretch. Stretch inside centre half forward, goes for goal with a long one. It may bounce through, it does. Fantastic goal kicked by Stephen Stretch, playing on Gary Ablett at half back. Just kept on running and kicked Melbourne's 7th goal.
Was Williams. It comes here to Lovett. On the edge of the goal square. Oh, luckily to Flower. And a top goal by Robbie Flower. And he's kicked 2 in this quarter.
Couch up towards half forward. High flyer. Kick number 10 to Flower. Half forward, 3-1. And the one man was Eishold. Handball to Bailey. Bailey goes for goal. It could bounce through. Williams takes it now and kicks the 10th goal for the Demons. 10-3, 63 Melbourne. Geelong 8-4, 52. Melbourne by 11 points. By Dean. Dean up towards half forward. Flower. Oh, what a player. Wing, members side. Kick number 14 for the diminutive Melbourne Rover. Kicks up towards half forward. It's at the back. There's the Viney. Handball over. Jackson with pace. Chased by Troy. He gets away and kicks a goal for the Demons. Beautiful goal by Jackson. Tremendous play by Viney up the field. Centre half forward. Over the head of Williams and Darcy. Williams takes possession onto the left foot, unselfishly handballs to Flower, and Robert Flower kicks goal number 4 and just maybe puts the first nail in the coffin for the Cats.
And Ablett. Ablett hasn't kicked that goal for the afternoon, and Brownless has only the 2.
Dwyer beats Burke just easily, palming the ball beautifully in John Nichols fashion down to Greg Healy, up towards Russell, and a defensive mark to Lovett.
Lovett out wide to Bailey, and Bailey did that great smother you were talking about a second ago. Tremendous play. He's been dominant all day long. His kick finds Flower, and he's finished off his excellent work. Pass away, Troy. A flip on Flower. Bailey. This will cap off a game. Over the top. Williams kicks a goal. Stretch up to half forward at the back. Lovett to Bailey. Bailey goes for goal and puts it through for goal number 18 to Melbourne. Second goal to him personally. And there's the man best on the ground, Brett Bailey.
8 marks, 10 kicks. Oh, big climb at the back. The mark played, it is to Simon Eishold.
And if the Demons start finding the opening, heaven help the Eagles. Flower, now did he mark it inside? He did.
Dodges very cleverly. Hand pass doesn't do anything. To Keane, who dodges so effectively, and he's caught. Super tackle, Viney. Super tackle. One of Melbourne's very best tacklers is Todd Viney, and he really took
pressure. Jackson scouts well. Out in front of Williams. Should have held it. 50 metres from goal. Long snap is good. The Demons have got 3. The last 2 coming in 30 seconds.
Great player for them, a good blanketer. He blanketed Phil Cracker in Perth, and that's a difficult one. Wilson, well done. Lyon, 50-metre mark. Kicks it long and kicks it straight. Beautiful kick. All making the best of their opportunities, and that was brilliant football. Gary Lyon, a near nicely out wide to Barrage. Barrage then sent it downfield. In front, the mark is nicely taken by the aggressive White.
Wilson, 50 metres out. Viney, stretch, 45 metres out. Long, straight.
Down towards Hart. Hart then steadies and boots it down over the head of O'Dwyer. By word, that was a good mark. Wonderful courage, backed into the pack and took a good one.
Straight across ground to Hughes, coming on the full. Brennan up, should have held it once he got there. Bailey, open goal, Healy. His second, beautifully for Yates. On the centre line, well-placed kick. Flower! Had the run at it, judged it beautifully. Level was brilliant. Sharon doing well in defence. Yates from just behind the centre circle to Flower. Beats Worsfold.
Love it towards the centre wing position, and the big fellow O'Dwyer takes his third mark.
And he's done it well across the half-back line, Doug. Falling back, plugging up that hole.
Not such a great kick, but it works. Sharon with courage. .25 there, start of the second. Flower, beautifully Yates, inside 50, long, and it's home. And Melbourne couldn't...
Down, Tim.
Oh, that's bad. 2 weeks from the finals, and that's how Melbourne are going. We're talking about them being 2 weeks from the finals. Well, Viney, who's been great. Bad bounce for Worsfold. Flower from 45, from 40. Now they're in ecstasy. Who makes few mistakes is a pro. White, a screamer over Lewis.
He's killed Chris Lewis tonight. 8 marks.
Wide. Very slow chasing at that time was the Demon defence. And over the line from Sharon, was he pushed?
Tripped.
Tripped accidentally by Hart. And he didn't look good. He's played... This is one of the young men who's had a really good season, is Graham Yates for the Demons. Tries it down looking for Steins. What a good kick. Oh, what? Whoops. How casual can you get? And he tries the short passing racket, which he isn't too good at, but they're still going to get the pick and kick the goal, Brett Bailey. Well, many a coach might have pulled...
Interchange bench, but that's the way they impress the coach when you come onto the ground.
Particularly with a potential finals berth coming up. That time to play well as then. Bailey gets yet another kick from the centre of the ground. Well played, Healy. Very slick to Jackson. Jackson kicks to an open goal, and Jackson thumps viewer beauty. And this is the first time that they've really looked good. And to them, free kick goes to Keane. Dodges around Bailey. Steadies. Sends a long one down towards centre half forward. Great leap. Best mark on the ground tonight is the brilliant Irishman. Off he goes and kicks it out wide. Oh, they're loving it tonight, they are. Laurie Keane comes in, the little man gets it out. Downfielder comes toward full forward. Left foot snap.
Viney.
Todd Viney. And been a very prolific possession getter. This one, isn't he, Kevin?
When you're hot, you're hot. And little Ricky Jackson and Stein got onto his boot pretty quick under a bit of pressure. It's good play here by Newport. If he had have ran just straight into Brennan, he would have given away the free.
Final quarter as Melbourne kicked 6-6 to the Eagles' 4th. After the first bounce, Stein threw first blood for the Demons, and then great play. David Williams was firing up forward for Melbourne, booting 3 goals in the first term to help his side to a 15-point lead. And again after a tremendous goal by Yates.
Snapshot at goal. Bounces through.
Then Yates burst through for another great goal.
Gets it across to Yates. Yates has got some time. Desperate attempt by Turner. Yates now looks pretty good for the kick.
And when Williams was virtually handed his 5th, Melbourne held on to a 21-point lead at three-quarter time. Wilson was turning up the heat for the Demons.
Wilson runs his full 10 metres.
The Eagles came to within 13 points, but Ricky Jackson goaled to seal the match, and in the end it was Melbourne by 20 points.
Long hand pass, and that's beautifully delivered to Lovell. Lovell right on the edge of the square. He's gone for a pass, and Jimmy Steins doesn't let him down. Then had to kick it. Didn't kick it very long. Steins
Zanotti. Oh, from the back pocket. Well, mark taken by White. And gets some attention. Oof. Now he plays on. Good tackle from Lewis. Ishenko hoofs it off the ground. And again, Melbourne's defence most resolute. In fact, 3 or 4 Melbourne players, they're manning up well in defence. Turner shows them how it's done. Stretch might beat him to it, he does, but Turner doesn't stop. Put plenty of pressure on him, and the ball's still in the Eagles' attacking zone.
O'Dwyer wasn't fussy about the type of opportunities he provided the Melbourne Rovers. Melbourne's Stephen Stretch defied the elements to take a fine dry weather mark. Melbourne, starved of goals since the first quarter, moved Hughes onto the ball and reaped a quick dividend. To their credit, the Demons clawed their way back to level the scores. But
it's eventually forced clear down towards the Demons' half-forward zone. They need a score and they need one badly as Flintoff tried to get it forward. Jackson into the square and here's their pass.
Handball wide, Stretch. Long towards centre half-forward. Steins, one-hander. Fantastic mark by the big fellow.
Thumping it wide. Oh! A Smader line gets the hand pass away again to Dersma. They're 30 metres out from goal. Surely it must result in a goal. Finally, Steins waiting at the back. Newport with him is Yates. Newport will fire at goal and bounces one through.
David Flintoff kicks the ball up to the forward pocket. Good fly by White from behind, and he takes it.
And the umpire's gone down as well, so it will be a bounce. He doesn't look too good.
And he wouldn't be used to that, the umpire.
Brian Wilson giving him mouth-to-mouth. Interesting thought.
Wilson would certainly draw your attention to the fact he's been hit about the head. He's the best at this.
Victory kicks at 60 metres too.
He'll be all right.
You'd think you've been hit by a Mike Tyson Thunderbolt. Didn't look too much concern at all. And Jackson has the run midfield. Well, he's well shepherded too. He could have gone further. Jackson with the pass. White on the run. Beautiful. Not wasting any time. Plenty of space. Jackson moved down there again.
What a magnificent passage of play by the little fella to take that ball from the centre half-back position.
He's kicked it into the left forward pocket for White, who takes a safe mark. The mark, an easy one at that, taken by Jason Kroll.
Kroll transfers play to the member side. Lyons a chance. Gathers well. Here's a goal coming up. Gary Lyon, bang, it's a goal.
Turns onto the left foot. O'Dwyer in front. The big arms go up and it's a mark.
And that's the advantage of having a big fellow up in the forward line now.
On the run, missed by White. Wilson into it.
Bumped off the ball. Shane Morwood at the back. Wilson recovers first. Punch for goal. It rolls through. A great goal to Melbourne, kicked by Brian Wilson.
His second. It's Melbourne playing all over them at the moment, like that. Stretch
has lifted his game.
Kicks it up towards half forward. At the back. Good safe mark inside the 50 metre. White out in front. Great mark. High leaping defender turned forward. Sean White. Off it goes to Yates. Deep on the half-forward flank. He kicks over the left shoulder. Full forward. Newport takes the mark 20 metres out.
Half-forward. Tuddenham gets ridden into the ground by Viney. Beautiful hand pass. Newport could make it 2 in a minute. And he's done it.
How about Viney's work? For the Magpies. Boundary throw in.
Well, a very serviceable player. And he certainly will come up on the stats. And Yates takes a great mark at midfield in front of Brown. Centering kick, looking for O'Dwyer, takes front posse, down to Viney, left foot, that's another one.
Now that's the value of having a big man in the forward line.
Pack can't take the football cleanly. Sock it off the ground. Could this be the first score? Kicked by Newport. It is.
Play on, said the umpire. Here's Ricky Jackson. He is a very quick player.
And only a ripple of applause as he gets it back to Healy, who can shoot in towards goal, and a much-needed goal goes on the board for Melbourne. The centre half forward, and a fine mark taken by Spalding. Fizz has certainly gone out of the game, though, hasn't it, Pete?
Yes, they're just going through the motions. There's a long kick by Spalding, and he's put it through for another one to the Demons.
with a long kick going over the 50-metre line. Fisted down to Johnson in front, who gets wide to Jackson, who shoots towards goal. That's a better-looking kick at goal, and he's put it through.
Newport, a quick kick to Lyon. Good battle going on there. Now, was he held? Kicked off the ground by Lovell, and it's a goal.
So Lovell's been a busy player since he came onto the ground.
Comes wide. Johnson. Kicks at goal. It's a pretty good-looking kick too, and he's kicked it. Back to Spalding. Over the top to Lyon, who will go into the open goal. He's just got to pop it onto the left foot. He does that, and the Demons score their 10th.
The younger brother of Swans champion Gerard, off to stretch, long to half forward, where Flower is the focus of attention. And what a great mark it is by the champion.
They're in numbers at this stage. Jackson. Oh, this looks dangerous. Yates, the handball quickly. Wilson. It's the first goal of the match from the boot of Wilson. Swans have got their running game going now. Henwood, the kick, the lead. Man in front, saved it. It was a good one too. It's Spalding. Top mark of the game at the moment in this first quarter. Stein, a good rucker. Jackson again has a quick look and a shot, and it's pretty close. Oh, Flowers there again. Flowers kicked it. After 4 goes, Robbie Flowers kicked his first goal, and listen to that crowd. What's chasing out? Oh, dangerous here is Jackson gets a handball. Running through is Yates. A leisurely kick for goal, and he's got it. And the Demons lead. They're leading by a point. Just 1 minute into this second term.
Ironmonger and O'Dwyer. Viney the scout, isn't he robust? And he can kick.
This will be Stephen Stretch, the man looking after Bayes on the wing. A long, low one. Didn't go hit the target. What a great mark. Love it.
I think Viney,
it's
I think.
Todd Viney, yes. Very strong mark.
In Bailey and Viney.
And Melbourne leading by 8 points at this point in time. And a very positive, deliberate and straight kick. It's a goal. And the first time since '64 that the Demons have made the finals, and look like they're going to win this one. As it's Spalding taking a super mark. The halfback's in fine touch. I think it's about his 3rd or 4th big mark. 3rd mark. It's a huge kick into the goal square. Campbell. The whole. Flower. Yes. Robbie Flower. It's Flower Day at the MCG. Numbers, the handball stretch. A good match from him. It's a short kick though down to Dean. He won't get there. On the loose ball to Healy. He had a look, steadies and goals, and the Demons are running riot in this second quarter.
3 in this quarter.
And the Demons into attack through Jackson. And now Ishall. Oh, the big fellow, Steins, and he plays on, and Gaelic gets through. Paul Hawke didn't have a chance to do anything about that. Oh, Flower! Champion Gerard Healy, but it's play on. Healy swats it out. Love it. Lovely pass here. The big giant has grabbed it. He hurled his 6'8" frame in the air. That's his first mark. Taking him a while to pick up the tempo of the game, and just look at this pass. He couldn't miss it, O'Dwyer.
Yes, hit him on the chest, and as we saw,
50 metres out. First there, Carroll from 35. It might bounce through. White just touched it. Soccer goalie-like. And he has played the game. He's played just about every game there is.
Now look at that, isn't that fantastic?
Great hand pass. Ishall to half forward. O'Dwyer from behind, a good spoil. Campbell for his second. Still. Yes!
Well, what great quick thinking by Tony Campbell.
Now for the Swans. Good start. Big chance. Williams. Good hand pass. Back to Bolton, but a great tackle from Lovett.
got better results, but the hand pass was not really a good one, and then Murphy had to kick under pressure.
Danny Hughes straight down the middle, sign of confidence. Stretch, who's a great runner. Could just about goal from 65 metres. Stein shepherds, and it's home! And that is reward for effort by Stephen Stretch. One of the best of the 40 in this first semi-final.
Well, look at this. There's the kick out. The ball over the top, the tap on there by Viney. Taken by Stretch, so that was only 2 kicks for this goal. One from the full-back, the other from Stretch, who has Holden on him now. Bays is off the field.
Who's been tackled every time he's got the ball. Bays kicks 30 metres. Stretch, great mark.
Well, he must be close to the best player on the ground, Stephen Stretch.
You get my vote, Kevin.
15 metres as well. Will bring him to almost the 50-metre line.
Bolton gets the ball and he played like a small ant, ran the opposite way, kicks it towards half forward, finds a teammate there in who? Eichel.
Who's done a very good job playing on Williams since Wilson left the field.
There's an exciting place to be with the Demons on fire. The Swans in attack, but Danny Hughes in the way. Got on his preferred kicking boot, but doesn't place it. And Sean White, who is loved at this Melbourne cricket ground, is in the way.
Well, Sean White's been a great defender, so has Brett Lovett, who's been absolutely fantastic on the half-back flank.
White's kick, he looks very athletic this season. Finds the arms of his co-Island Gaelic football companion at the stop and had a deliberate kick, but it doesn't matter, they can't win anyway. The Demons clear it. Mark to Bailey.
Coop bangs Melbourne into attack again. Oh, brilliantly taken by Bailey.
Every heart beats true for the red and the blue as we sing this song for you.
Out towards that boundary, but for Melbourne's benefit, it goes to O'Dwyer. Good mark. Up high, Viney. Another former South Australia.
By Sean White. Here it is again.
His first final series ever. Here's Robbie, number 2. There's a push in the back to the Demons. And a kick for goal for Ricky Jackson.
Yes, that's a tough shot for goal, even though he's only 30 metres out, 25 to 30.
It's good. Great kick by Ricky Jackson. A discard from Richmond. He's come to Melbourne and he's put the D's in front after nearly 16 minutes.
On to Todd Viney. Right to the edge of the square. In fact, it might even go through. Flower lets it go. Second goal for the Demons. Todd Viney gets it and puts them back in front by 3 points.
What a kick by Todd Viney. Here he is, he's kicking it from 60 metres out. A strong breeze right at his back. And good play by Robbie Flower to let it go through.
But Kennedy's kept the ball. Good running from Langford, but nowhere to go. Viney, what a tackle!
This if he aims at about the right goal post. Across the face, Flower! Robbie Flower, the Melbourne Messiah, has got it in the goal square.
There's a kick by Jackson. Robbie Flower at the back of the pack. Looked at himself so well, and he always seems to come down with him. He's a real champion, Robbie Flower.
And Stein's not without a chance here from near the boundary line. What a kick! I reckon it's his first kick for the game, and it's a goal from the boundary line and 50 metres. With the breeze, long kick on the edge of the goal square. Chance here, Grinter, goal! Crowded forward line. Dean was there. Grinter paddles. All Melbourne. Dean missed it. Oh, he got it! Great goal by Warren Dean.
10 years ago. Swapped from St Kilda. He mightn't have been that happy about it at the time, but he will be very happy since. His Muse kick is marked by White. Came from nowhere. Brereton tells him his fortune, and Steins comes in to even up.
Oh, Jimmy, be careful.
Yes. He can go over the top again. Here's a goal for Melbourne. The handball's stray, but Gringo can go again. Jackson's got the pace away from Pritchard up to the line. Tony Campbell takes his eyes off it momentarily. Gets it back. Grinter sets himself. Yes! In great position, Rod Grinter.
Sitting up there in the forward pocket.
He's your archetypal rover on the forward line, isn't he? He's got that pace and on the opportunities. Great grab taken by the leaper. Packs now. Russell Morris.
Really, isn't it? To give a side an advantage like that.
Steins wide to half-forward flank. Eichel there, and Campbell again.
Stretch and Bailey. The pressure's coming from Hawthorn. Here's Buckenara again. Oh! Yes, no, the hand from White. Oh, I thought he'd been shepherded off by Brereton. He refused to give it up.
Look at this desperate lunge by Sean White. Turner. Long towards centre half forward. Fine mark by Sean White coming over the top.
Goes looking for Spalding. Spalding got a hand but couldn't mark Wilson on the ground. Opportunity to give it to Viney or go goal. Woody accuses the ladder and gets it. This is Yates at full stretch. Gathers it brilliantly. Pulls it back towards centre half forward. Spalding the flyer down there. And that's two good marks in the space of a couple of minutes.
The half-back line, Steins just drifts in front of the pack and takes the mark.
Kicking with a 4-goal win, Melbourne didn't waste any time in taking full advantage of it. Lovett brought up the Demons first, and the Richmond defence had its work cut out trying to contain the Melbourne forwards. When Stephen Stretch booted another goal for the Demons, Richmond was in deep trouble and still hadn't brought up their first. Behind play, and at quarter time, Melbourne held a healthy 36-point lead. Stretch brought down a spectacular mark, and by the main break, Melbourne's lead had been cut back to 26 points.
A chance for David Williams. He's caught by Davies. That was good football. Davies onto the left foot. A quick kick out of defence. It's 2-on-1, and what a mark for Stephen Stretch.
Well, that brings the members stand to its feet.
Yes, he was positioned perfectly there. The Footscray player in front.
Wallace is there. Eichel. A quick hand pass. Lyon in front. Kicks and goals. As Alan Johnson, a quick kick, grabbed by Steve McPherson. It's smothered off his boot. Now Lovell has a quick pot shot. Was it touched? I don't think so. No, it's a goal.
Well, that's a good one. He's made it a 2-kick. Oh, O'Dwyer over the top and came down with it cleanly.
Yeah, great mark from Steve O'Dwyer.
He still got it, Jimmy Steins. Boot to ball, but no distance. Off the ground, Johnson.
Ooh, good opportunity there.
Phoebe sets it up. O'Dwyer, he's there in the centre of the pack. The high flyer, it's a mark. It's a mark. I think it's Lovell over the top of the pack. Williams hooks it back, centres it. Brilliant play by Williams. And a beautiful mark coming in from the side, and that's David Flintoff, the wingman. Beautiful looking kick. Madden is the flyer. Gary Lyons got it. Left foot, chips it back. Clever kick. Well, the mark has been taken by Wilson. Well, ball spills for Jackson. Jackson up towards right half forward. Oh, lovely one-hander taken by Alan Johnson. Out to Spalding. Steadies. It's coming around nicely. And is through for a goal.
Where his man Ricky Jackson standing with his hands on his hips.
Well, that says a lot, I think, for what a good mark to Grinter, but that says a lot for their forward. It was a strong tackle.
See him on the forward line, but Northing has been playing him in defence, I think through necessity more than anything else. Mark taken by Grinter onto Jackson. This should be Melbourne's first goal. He's only 12 metres out. Left now, shoots and puts it through.
Well, wasn't that a great build-up by the Melbourne side there?
Straight to the pocket, Wilson. That would have suited Carlton. Picked up and hoofed towards the square. Now a chance for Melbourne. Yates off the ground has got it. It's a goal. Their second.
Handball long, Viney. Viney paddling in front. Gets the handball off to Flintoff into an open goal. And this goal will put Melbourne dead level. 2-9 plays 3-3.
And a chance to score. Lyon. That could be a goal. He's got it. After a wrestle by the two ruckmen. And he puts it through. Jackson. Beautiful ball around Silvani. Melbourne on the run. Lyon. 50 out. Shoots. No one there. Through.
Buckley. Good gather. Can't get the ball on his boot. Wilson tackled by Alvin. Off it spills to Steins. And he kicks a goal. Jimmy Steins, excitement. And that could be...
Out comes Hughes from full back, leading Reece Jones and Mary Dant. Long kick. Sean White in front. Wilson rows it superbly. Kicks, shoots and goals. With the Kevin Bartlett salute to boot.
Play on, says the umpire. Buckley's kick back towards the centre, O'Dwyer. Good positioning there by O'Dwyer, the defensive ruckman.
Then it would have banished it, but why would he have been sent there? Now I wouldn't argue with Ron Grinder if he listened to the call later. Here's another goal. Be kicked by Bailey after Barney gave him an excellent hand pass. If you needed a sealer, that was it, but the game has been...
Two Eagles players, Langdon. Oh, well tackled by Dersma. Pick up by Grinder's good foot.
He goes deep in towards the forward line. At the back is Jackson, chasing his Turner. Jackson hurriedly onto the right boot, flicks it back in towards goal, and it's taken by Healy, who goals. First one on the board for the Demon.
Here it is again. There, it was almost in the back from Linus.
Shepherd here is a chance. Hand pass is intercepted. Johnson playing very well in defence for Melbourne. Kicks it up towards the centre. Wilson, with skill, gets around Miles. Round onto the right foot. Shocking kick, but it's going to pay off. Good fortune there. Here comes Lyon. Kick up towards the full forward area. It goes through all players. At the back, Spalding into an open goal. Goes bang. Second goal to Melbourne.
The luck of the bouncing ball.
Keane takes a free kick out of that ruck duel. No one on the mark. Undisciplined football by Melbourne. Keane's kick towards centre-half forward. And a great mark taken down there by Dersma, who did such a wonderful job on Stephen Kernahan last week. There's a 50-metre penalty against Gastev.
David Williams coming in for only his second kick. Goes long into the square. It's a mark to Sean White. Well, the Demons have done it before and it's worked. Former champion Robbie Flower keeping a close eye on this football. He boots for goal and he puts it through. The Demons are back in town. Play from Lovell. On to Spalding. Time to steady. Go on to the left foot. Long in towards full forward. Laidley with the fist. Gets it across to McKenna. His hand pass is dangerous. It's sung it off the ground. It's a goal.
Swooping on it, Wilson. He's got the ball at the back. Handballs it wide. Now there's a chance for Lovell. 15 metres out, directly in front. Puts it through. Wilson tried to get it to Johnson. Matera and Rance. Johnson at the back somehow finds his way through. Outside 50. Goes long. Will this roll through? It's a goal. Magnificent shot by Alan Johnson.
As Sean White distributes the ball very well to Williams.
Shouldn't have trouble with the distance. Shoots for goal. The wind brings it back. It's through. 4 points the difference. Chance for Spalding. At the back, Jackson. Off it goes to Williams. Over the top. Lovell punch for goal and puts it through. Magnificent goal by Melbourne, and Andy Lovell, the mark to Wilson. His handball to Lovell. Lovell in the centre. He's got a player in support. He elects to kick up towards half forward, and the mark's been taken by White. White at centre-half forward with under 2 minutes remaining. He must play on. The kick towards full forward, Spalding. Can this be a...
And Earl Spalding cannot believe his misfortune. There's Miles into Malaxos. Malaxos, a high kick. No one at home is there for the Eagles, however, and Johnson bursts clear. He's kicked one inspirational goal. Will it be another? From 55 metres, he lets fly. It goes into the square. Fisted down. Lovell is there. Williams is there. He needs support. Throws it out to line. He shoots. He goes. Melbourne are in front. John Northey can't do it.
Play yesterday and the Melbourne player was telling me that there could be some sparks flying very, very early in the game, and there'll be a couple of players that had a lot of pressure put on them.
Wouldn't be unexpected, and they tossed to see who came out first. Melbourne first out on the Melbourne banner. Scooter Coughlin, former Hawthorn champion. Can the Hawks win the 88 flag?
50 points. I believe that the Hawks are in the best position they can ever...
As Bobby Skilton said, they haven't been playing that well during the finals, but they've been playing well enough. In round 7, they had a 21-point victory. Hawthorn reversed that at VFL Park in round 17 when they had a 69-point victory, and I'm expecting them to continue that good work today.
Kick up towards the wing on the outer side. Spalding's marked.
An excellent goal by David Williams. A good kick at goal on many occasions. He has had his off days, but it was a fine piece of football, good play.
Understanding the kick by Ayres down towards centre half forward. Platten not tall enough. Steins takes the mark at centre half back for the D.
In front with a gentle breeze blowing from left to right to the Punt Road end. His 8th possession. Healy goes for the Torp smoke. That's on its way. Did it beat the pack? I think it might have. Mew says he touched it. No, it's a goal. Kicked by the skipper. Hawthorn 5-5.
No mark, no free kick. OK, picked up by White. Good left foot pass gives Wilson the opportunity. Wilson
65 metres out from goal. He'll go for Williams. He will. Williams has got a contest here. He takes the mark. He does contest.
Goes over his head though as Tuck spoils. Chance for Lyon. 45 metres out. Open goal. He fires it through for a goal. Listen to the roar. First goal.
Can they get a possession, Melbourne? Viney hand passes in towards the 50-metre area. Flintoff emerges. A goal coming up. Handball over the top to Williams. She'll need a good bounce. He gets it. Open goal. Melbourne's 4th. Williams 2nd. Boundary line by Wilson to Lovett. Eventually handball across to Johnson, who kicks outside 50. And big Jimmy Steins takes the mark at half-back flank for Melbourne.
Jackson off. Phoebe on now. Just wide of Tuck. Wilson picks up, gets it across to Healy. Healy on the defensive side of Logo. Lovely kick to Williams. And the tap man with strong hands. Collins just not quite tall enough. 13-16-94. The Hawks lead by 57 points as McGuinness off the left boot. Comes to the grandstand side and looks for Ayres. But there's White. Sean White over the top.
Very quiet place, mate.
Handballs to Healy. Healy from in front of the members stand. Deep into attack for the Demons. And there's a Melbourne mark to Gary Lyon. In the forward pocket. 20 metres out directly in front. For the term, 2nd for the match. Taking plenty of time. The drop punt, perfect. Yep. Gary Lyon's 2nd goal. Melbourne's 5th.
14 goals or thereabouts. From the centre bounce, Lovell of Melbourne, the torpedo up towards centre half forward. Williams, a good mark. Yes, the tap man. 40 metres out directly in front of the Punt Road goal. Has marked for Melbourne at centre half back. Goes right across the half-back line and finds Yates on the half-back line. He has a couple of bounces on.
At the moment, Hawthorn by 96 points, and those major 152. Melbourne 620.
Get you right off the ground.
Fifth place to the winning team.
They're still outside 50, ducks around, good play CO, high drop punt kick is close, it's a goal, great play Danny CO.
Wilson, I think it was intended for O'Dwyer, he was in a little bit of trouble out there, having his own argument with Lynch.
Jackson, oh, great play Pert, he's after it again, he's infringed though I think. CO shoots for goal. The umpire might let this stand. It's all clear. A goal to CO.
His 2nd.
And Melbourne steady.
With the left foot to Eishold. That was good play. Onto Newport. That'll be close to a goal. It's through. That's the one they needed. A steadier for the Demons.
Looking for Eishold. He gathers the football, gets his boot to ball. High. Towards centre half forward, O'Dwyer.
Made for it. Pert the punch. Out it comes to Tingay. Can the rookie win it? That's close. It's a goal, and the Demons have hit back, have they? If it's through, it is!
Short. Lyon is well spoiled. Couldn't take the mark. Pushed down in front. Healy a chance to go wide to Eichel, and he fights.
Clever play from Melbourne.
So will this open the innings for Melbourne? Still looking for their first goal. Simon Eichel shoots and he goes. Just gets the ball away a little bit. Flintoff. Good play by Flintoff. Short pass. And the mark has been taken by Healy, who jumped in just in front of Phillips. So the Melbourne captain, he's about 40 metres out. Not a bad looking kick, it's a beauty. Second goal for Melbourne. Kicking from around 35 metres. Not a bad looking kick, in fact a delightful kick right into the square over the top, and the mark is going to be paid. Another chance for Melbourne's third goal. Bennett from point-blank range shoots, and this time he got it. Well, not only that goal, but too far out the score. He goes long towards Bennett. Stein comes along in front and says it's mine. On to Healy. Melbourne forward. Towards Spalding at centre-half forward. Jostles with Leslie and wins the point. Fine use of the body there by Earl Sporting. In number 50, can he do it with a goal? From 50 metres. The Melbourne fans like it. Has it got the distance? Yes! Clear. Kicked by Phillips going in towards the centre. Williams is there. And Stephen Stretch not appreciating Bernie Harris, and now Philip Walsh. First few minutes of this third quarter, I mentioned the very first Marky Winford tonight. He's still, since then, he hasn't missed one at all, and he's kicking. He's certainly a lot straighter. The Bears are about to make a change here. John Gaster is getting ready to come on.
Connolly over the top. Chance now for Melbourne to come forward to kick into the full forward area. Here's Flintoff. Shot for goal by Flintoff. Good. That's a clever kick from David Flintoff. They lead by 4 points in a low-scoring tight match. Bowling just too good. He's enjoying his 50th game. His body work there was brilliant too. Yeah, very good. Balding going for goal number 3. And this to make Melbourne lead 10 points. Straight through the middle. All Sporting's second goal in this quarter. He's third for the match. And as Ian called it, he has played through at the crumbs. Somehow gets the hand pass away. And the kick further forward is by Road. It's a beauty. Lovett. Lovett shot. Into the square. Bennett at Leicester. Yeah. Bennett! No mark. Kick by Campbell is close. It's a goal. Kick marked by Stretch in the centre. Melbourne into attack. Stretch's kick is good. Marcus Spalding at centre-half forward, 55 metres from goal. Spalding, short pass into the pocket. Angle more difficult, but certainly a lot closer is David Flintoff, and he'll have the first real deliberate shot for goal. Ryan Wilson was thinking he should have passed him. He's a bit on a better angle. Flintoff. Nice looking kick by Flintoff there. But you called it, Ian, that Flintoff very confident and a very straight kick from him. And Melbourne looking quite good at this stage. Gary Lyon playing in defence. Just maybe robbing Peter to pay Paul, the Demons. Lyon's long kick towards the wing. Jackson picks up the crumbs. Kick towards the centre. Now the bounce favours Spalding and he runs at it. Hand pass over the top. Up towards full forward. Good gather by White. Hooked around his shoulder. Running into an open goal. Stretch will kick one for Melbourne. Well, that'll give Sean White great confidence there, coming back to his first game for the season, having been injured, or having injured his hamstring badly in that night final, and getting a touch early and forcing that ball forward. And Stephen Stretch's great pace allowed him to get to that ball on the full and played on as we see the replay. Stretch taking that ball on his chest, ran straight through into the open goal, an easy goal in the end for Stephen Stretch. Danny Hughes elects to come to the members' side over 50 metres, and it's few players tending to slip a little. Goes back to Lovett, and he just goes short to Newport. Spalding over the top, waiting down in front is Brett Lovett. Gayfer, eyes on the ball, couldn't take it. Stretch at the back, can. The hand pass to Flintoff. Got a back pedal for Brennan. Lyon kicks long in towards half forward. Lovett getting back, unable to take the mark. Yates sockers off the ground. It may bounce back, and it does. Could he do it again if he tried? No, he couldn't. But what good play there by young Lovett. A left footer for Miles at half back. Plays on and gets claimed. This could be expensive. Bennett lines up, shoots in towards goal, but as he pulled it too far, it's going to be close. I think it's home. It is. Players. Lamb does nicely through the traffic. Gets down right, taken by Brennan. Brennan unloads with a long kick. Going back down there is Scott. Oh, what a great mark, Gersman. What an outstanding mark. Tries to take it out of the air and gets a quick short kick. Nicely picked up by Stephen Newport. Melbourne go down towards their half-forward zone. Spalding comes over the top and takes a fine mark. Uncertain as to where to go. Eventually looks for Scott. Spalding sits in front. Could be very costly. Earl Spalding from 50 metres pulls it in towards goal. I think he's levelled the score. He has. Makes the mark. Miles outside. They've got a spare man, but he puts it away. They had a man down the ground. That was Lamb, but now Grinter can carry the ball about 50 metres. Give it across to Beveridge. They've got the spare man. Young Saviner from 20 metres out. And Melbourne are in front. This is sense. Tony Shaw. Oh, flicks it, but it goes straight to Flintoff. Flintoff onto Healy. Healy steadies. He shoots. Relieve the pressure. The centre wing. Oh! Rich! Reminiscent of Alex Giselejo. Oh! That man. Possession coming up. Very direct towards full forward. And a wonderful mark taken by Dersma. Doing well at halfback. Gets it off to Lovett. Drop punt kick. Pretty accurate. Into the square. Chance for Campbell off the ground. Is it a goal? Yes. Good opportunist goal there. Too far out for him to score. And he hasn't got a lot on offer. Sean White is down there on his own, and he almost took away the one hand. Jackson! In possession of the ball, holding the ball. Barwick's kick over the centre, and a good mark taken, looks like Johnson at the bottom. Alan Johnson to Wilson, forward of centre. Melbourne need a score. He goes short. Good looking kick. Finding line. So a bounce to Wilson. On to Bailey. It's a high kick. Will put the ball inside 50. Great mark by Sean White. Well, the Demons have given us a couple of rippers. No, play on. Bounces back into play, and Danny Hughes kicks it clear. Spalding's on the end of it in the centre. He takes the mark for the Demons. Plays on quickly. He's got Stretch on the wing. Stephen Stretch with one bounce down to the left half forward flank. Goes long and deep in towards full forward. White dropping back. This time he holds it. Couple of kicks, and it's from one end of the ground to the trouble now. Jimmy Stones kicks it high in the direction of centre half forward. In front. Good mark to Lyon. Yes, he will kick it. Sean White runs around and dobs it. It's over. Kicked off the ground by Healy. Chance for Bennett. Hand pass over the top. Here's a goal coming up. Healy. Snapshot's good. Well, it has it against there. That was great. Chance for Bradley. Yates. Off to Johnson. Johnson's high ball. Wide to half forward. Marking contest. Spalding. Seemed to hover. Takes the mark. Too far out to score. Spalding, a key player in the Demons forward area. Up towards the forward pocket. There's a mark to Lyon. What a tremendous mark by Gary Lyon. Great mark, man. Particularly as both Carlton players were attempting to spoil there. Good to see him in the forward line. Simon Eishold. He gets clear over the top to Spalding. Reece Jones late. Across to Phoebe. Another one from Newport, wide at a Stretch. Now look at Stretch run this flank. Two bounces onto the left foot, deep in towards Sean White territory. What a great kick. Great kick to bounce. Coming down his left side, running away there. Kavanagh, composed, good play by the youngster. Kicks it back into the centre for Melbourne. There's a no mark to Spalding. He gets the hand pass out to Yates. Yates runs through the centre. Kicks it towards half forward. There's a Melbourne mark. Lyon. 40 metres from goal. Great kick, great spot, great work. Healy. Kick by White is a goal. What a great by Phillips, but he's got enough space. What a wonderful smother by Stein. That's the value of Jim Stein. Plays a ruckman's role, more like a ruck rover. Half forward. Love it. Beautifully to Stretch, and look at him go. Two bounces through the centre, onto the left foot, and he can kick a ball beautifully to Bennett. That is magnificent football. He's a great player. And I will say it's a strong mark for Darren Bennett under those pressured conditions. So this to steady the ship for the Demons, but he's a long way out. Kicking from 60 metres. He is a good kicker of a football. Oh, he's hammered that. That is a mighty punt kick. He thinks he's kicked it. Oh, what a goal. Centre. And there's a good mark taken by young Phoebe. Hand pass back to Brett Lovett, and he streams through the centre. Long kick by Lovett towards centre half forward. A little push out by McKenzie. Melbourne have the numbers. Spalding first onto it. Kick over the left shoulder by Spalding is close. It's a goal. Yes, well done by all. Lovett going with him. And defensively Lovett heads towards the boundary line. It almost turns 90 degrees and comes back in. Pingay receives, and he'll get Melbourne well and truly out of trouble. In fact, they'll go long through Eichhold. The left footer centres at the half forward. Yates recovers beautifully. Inside 50. Graham Yates shoots towards goal, and he's popped through another one. Now the D's are running hot. Butts, Bennett, Hughes. High kick. Oh, don't tell me. He's kicked it. Loses it. Kavanagh to steady in the crisis. Tommy Kavanagh goes wide, and he finds Stephen Stretch. He's away. He loves the run. The difference. Phoebe waits down, goes with a left foot. Wide. Sean White, who is certainly limping now, gets the hand pass away. An opportunity for Eichhold, who's drifted in towards Bennett, who marks wide. Elvin can't quite control it. Chance now for Glenn Lovett. Kicks the Demons to within goal-scoring distance. Bennett! The mark in the centre. Kicks it high into the forward line. There's a great mark to Spalding out in front of Butt. Flicks it back. Gives it to Stretch. Stephen Stretch kicks it to the centre. Gleason's got to stand his ground. It bowls them all. A free kick has been picked up in the process. Holding on. And Sean White will take it. Under 4 minutes. Short again. Stephen Phoebe. Too far out the score. Thought about Healy short, then elects to go long. In towards full forward. Oh! Great mark by Bennett. Pressure mark. Newport in front, but Bennett a little taller, a little bit of balance. Fine mark. Carlton making a change as he kicks for goal. Bodier is coming back onto the ground. This to give Melbourne the lead. He shoots, he goes. Melbourne lead by 6 points. In position in the centre is Johnson. He's going to get the ball. And a steadier for the Demons. And Jared Butt's off the ground for Carlton. Gallagher back on. So Johnson is settling things down, finds Eichhold. In the end, Melbourne just hanging on and were too good. But a great effort by both sides. Yes, I think when you win a game like that, the players are really showing their elation, the Melbourne players. Dejected Carlton team, obviously, but I would think all players would be pretty happy with their efforts. It certainly was a tough struggle from right from the start. And we mentioned that Carlton were probably going to have to play catch-up football at half-time, and that was the way it turned out. They lost the initiative in the first quarter where Melbourne kicked 5-7. Carlton could only kick 1 goal, and that was a real struggle for Mark Naylor to kick that 1 goal. And from there, how these Demon fans handle it, though. I hope there aren't too many heart attacks or any effect that they've Stretch, however, intercepts. Newport a chance. High and deep in towards half forward once again. Martin tried to fist it away. Gary Lyon gets the chance at a vacant goal. Grinter running back into it. Which way will it bounce? Grinter keeps it in. Shoots over his shoulder. Don't tell me he's kicked that. What a goal! Well, what a great team lifter. Time. Grinter makes front position. Recovers nicely. Needs support. Gets it from Yates, who can run inside 50. Shoot in towards full forward. Jackson will shepherd it through. I think he has. Good goal. Play allowed to go on as Eichhold picks it up and sweeps a hand pass back towards Beveridge, who got it on cleverly to Dersma. Back to Eichhold again. He's got Phoebe short. Decides to go longer, and Howard marks.
Tonight, and they're losing all that drive. There's Brett Lovett getting it to Lyon. Oh, brilliant mark, Lyon. He sprints in the goal, has a bounce, 50 metres, kicks. Oh, what a great goal by Gary Lyon.
Well, we talked about...
Pulls it back to half forward. White went up with one hand. Newport at the back of the pack. This looks like another one. The D's are running hot. Couldn't pick it up. This is not suiting those North small men. Here's Jackson with a short one. And it's been marked by Stein. And Stein's into the open goal, has played on. It's another one to the Demons.
Well, Paul Bryce, hang you ahead as you...
It is McCarthy. Oh, Grinter!
That's a fine mark. Terrific mark. And I said earlier on as he came on the ground that he showed everyone he can.
Had a tremendous third quarter. He picked up 8 kicks. Gets the hand pass away. The Demons always look dangerous when they go into goal. Luke Beveridge has just put a nail in the North coffin.
Been very impressed with Luke Beveridge tonight.
The ball goes to ground. Alan Johnson, gee, that defensive play well for Melbourne. He's gone short. He's found Lovett. Brett Lovett at half back. Waiting for a man to give it to. He finds Jamie Dersma. The short one is on again with Simon Eishold, and that is champagne football out of defence by Melbourne. Beautiful. In towards the centre. Away goes Healy. In towards Paul Ford. Sean White's on his own. He's got Lyon in the square. He's played on. He kicks high over the top of Lyon. He'll do the shepherding, and there's another one to the Demons.
Well, Sean White putting himself under a
diving mark. A chance for Stephen Phoebe to clear. Runs his distance, Phoebe, then goes long, up towards centre half forward. Through everyone. Lyon is at the back. He'll go short again, looking for Sean White. Great play.
It's very well played there by Gary Lyon. Sean White led to his left-hand side, which is the correct place to look.
White. He's got plenty of support. The kick by Bailey, who's come onto the ground, is goal.
Yes, and Brett Bailey's just come onto the ground. He's sat on the bench the whole night.
Tried hard, but not.
Grinter. Grinter's there.
Yep, saw Grinter.
Kingo's long hair, isn't it? Yeah.
Look at the young blokes like Howard and Beveridge.
Know what Beveridge looks like. Howard. He's got from Hughes. No, says the umpire. Pritchard has a snapshot. Doesn't get the distance. Marked by Johnson. Oh, a very badly directed kick, or it could have been that way, but Phoebe takes the mark. Dwyer already getting into the thick of things.
Gathered there by Mew, and a thumping kick by Mew up towards half forward, ill-directed, and coming in reading the play well was Gary Lyon.
Short to follow to miss that, but as Ian mentioned too, it's going to be very difficult with the umpires in these.
This kick is going to land in the arms of a Melbourne player. It's Johnson. He sums up the situation for quite a long time. Healy takes the ball from the throw in. Chance there for Howard. He can't mark the football. Striving hard now. Newport kicks for goal. It's there.
Touched, says Gary Ayres, but the goal umpire won't agree.
All clear. There's the centre. Chance for Newport. Melbourne on the run. Eishold forward of centre. The short pass is okay, and it finds Spalding. He gives a hand pass back to Eishold. The kick is wide. A kick off the ground here by Grinter is there. It's gone over, surely. Hit the post. Oh. Well, I'll be. It looked to me, Peter.
Nearly came off.
Danny Hughes to Lovett. Hand pass comes to Spalding. From
Jimmy Steins will be a bit crook on your Ross. He's about 80 metres away from that. Goes back into towards the centre. Gathered by Phoebe. Phoebe's short pass is perfect into the pocket, and the mark has been taken by Tingay.
Greg Healy.
O'Dwyer wins it well. Beveridge gets his kick. That's an excellent goal kick by Beveridge. Great stuff from the Demons.
Yes, a great kick there from young Luke Beveridge.
Melbourne in attack again. Leading last year's premiers in a replay of the agent. The Beveridge for his second goal. Doesn't get a kick at it. Over to Healy for his third. And he's got his third. Great play, Demons.
Well, great teamwork there, Peter.
13 points only.
What a contest, Ian.
Well, you see players holding each other's elbow quite often during ruck contests. That's Phoebe.
Playing very well, Phoebe.
11 kicks so far. Whitman tackled, picked up by Newport. Lobs it to half forward or right half forward flank, and the mark is taken by Spalding. Melbourne's forward line looking
out wide. Chance now for Johnson. Johnson's left foot kick is pretty good. Eishold takes the mark, plays on. practically in slow motion. Simon
open hands there to get rid of the ball.
So Gary Lyon, fairly fresh ball. Beautiful long kick by Lyon as a goal.
Jim.
Magnificent kick.
That's how to kick a football. And that's almost goals around. That's a magnificent kick from there.
They've got the hand pass out. Beveridge, who kicked a beautiful goal from the boundary line. That stretch.
Stretch, Peter, yes.
Yep.
Beautiful pick up with one hand.
And Simon Eishold, mud bespattered to take the kick. 45 out. Player unguarded in the goal square. Taken the mark as Grinter.
Well, Rodney Grinter, having come back to play against North Melbourne last week, where he came onto the ground and played some very fine football, forget him out playing the man as he occasionally does. Again today, purely wonders.
Kick number 6 for Rod Grinter. Results in a goal. Melbourne moving away to a very handy lead.
Well, he kicked a bit of a...
Had the ball kicked away. Strangely, Michael Tuck had a free kick played against him for that earlier. Newport. Stretch. Beautiful handball by Melbourne. Stretch. Doesn't quite make the distance. Howard attempting to pick up the greasy ball. Not easy. Flicks it out to Spalding. Tries to get under his left foot. Excellent shot. Jackson underneath it and marks.
Great work again by young John Howard.
Jackson plays on. Snaps and puts it through. Tremendous play. That's his first touch. 4 points.
Tell me why he was allowed to play on and they took Dunn.
Knocked down by Steins. Now that was socket off the ground and it's a goal.
Gary Lyon there, Peter.
A great start for Melbourne.
Then gets the handball back. Good punch on by Deer. Oh, what desperate stuff. Brilliant football by Sean White. He put his body in where it was really going to be hurt. And if that can't inspire the other 17 on the ground, well, I don't know what will.
Certainly inspired me.
Magnificent. Brought tingles to me as well, Ross. So just seconds left in the match. And Melbourne, who have led nearly from the start, will be rewarded with a much-deserved victory. There's the siren. Melbourne win.
So Melbourne victorious in the reap of the Demons. I don't think Hawthorn would have too many excuses today, Ian. They were just beaten by a better side.
Well, I think Melbourne are to be congratulated. They're a team of desperate, disciplined footballers, and John Northey has a group of committed people, and I think that they're headed for another decent performance in the finals. They certainly aiming for the top 3, and this should give them some sort of impetus to go on and play the second half of the season and give them a place in that top 3.
One way to keep people off the ground at Princes Park, make it muddy, not too attempted to run out to the players today. 10-9.
Pick for Victoria. Puts it out in front of Lyon. He's got nobody in front of him. He could touch down a couple more times. He approaches 50, goes with the breeze long.
Story he is. Steins. Beautiful pass to Dean back in the team this afternoon.
And it's good to see Dean back in this side. He has struggled with that knee problem.
For Grant. Eishold, centering kick. Turner in best position. Great mark in from the side by Lyon.
Yes, Dennis, you did call Turner in great position there to spoil that one, but he just stood back and watched the ball, waiting for it to come.
Hang on, he got his fingertips to it. He picks it up, though, gives it back to Steins, and Steins, 15 metres out, gets the goal.
Marks 7 kicks to Gary Lyon. Puts it to Spalding, who marks in front, 35. Clever kick. Chance here for Melbourne. Wilson picks up, snaps, and goals.
Nice great goal, Bryant. It back inside 50, and Steins, a strong mark, drifting in. Not easy. To Yates. Yates goes around the outer side. They'll contest on centre wing. In fact, no contest. Dean out in front. Takes the mark. Plays on. Spalding. Melbourne need a goal now. Earl Spalding has the ball at right half forward.
Inside the 50, he goes with his kick. Almost a Lyon. Lyon still after it. Oh, it comes out to Healy. Might have been a St Kilda hand pass. Healy snaps and goals. Might be very handy, even though St Kilda have the win. Jackson, the hand pass back to Johnson. Penetrating kick, what a goal!
Well, goals last week against his old side. He adds to those figures as he kicks it about 20 metres further afield, but Stretch takes the defensive mark on his chest.
Knocked out in defence. The ball plugs in the mud. Desperation there by Gotch. Oh, but great play by Johnson. And he's
back towards centre wing, crashing his way through the big fellow O'Dwyer. Brilliantly done. Dersma's over the ball. Still he goes, Dersma. Gets the hand pass away. It's taken by Wilson. And he finds Jackson.
As Stretch and O'Dwyer appear to have collided with one another. Both out on their stomachs on the ground as Johnson brings it away to stop. The back is Howard. Gets the hand pass away to Eichhold. A short little chip meant for Dean goes into the pocket. Chasing him is Roberts, but he gets the hand pass away. Now Jackson, another one in towards Wilson.
A good play there by Melbourne. They got themselves.
Short to Grinter, who centres it, looking for Lyon. And he is a star. Gary Lyon to half forward, looking for Dean, finds him just inside 50. Now Warren Dean is a long kick of a football. He gets it straight through the middle. What a goal!
Yes, and again Warren Dean proving too mobile for much.
Thumps it towards full forward. It drifts back, but White coming out has read it a bit better than Hardy, and White takes the mark. He plays it out towards half back. The bounce favours Steins. He gathers pretty well, and little David Bain against Jimmy Steins and Alan Johnson. What a battle he had on his hands. Johnson's kick is perfect into the centre. Bad play by the Melbourne Rover. Wilson gathers pretty well. Gets the hand pass off to Phoebe. Good play up towards Johnson, running up from full back line. Kicks it back towards centre half forward. Now a chance. Good play by Steins. The tap on was looking for Lyon. Now Jackson in the pocket. Goes for goal. No, great play, Ricky Jackson. Vision was perfect. Eichhold takes the mark. Lester Smith usually gives his all. This not too keen on the Reynoldson tackle, Gary Lyon.
He's been a bit of a target today, hasn't he?
Yeah. Peter Cameron, very experienced campaigner. Hardly have I ever seen Peter Cameron rattled.
And the same goes for Gary Lyon too.
Gary Lyon is about 45 metres from goal on a 45-degree angle. Magnificent looking kick if it's long enough. Harris's kick towards centre wing. Newport keeps his footing well. The hand pass over the top to Healy. Healy goes back to Newport. Newport with a chance to steady. Kicks it long towards the front of the square. Now the race is on. Or overrunning it there badly was... it's a kick off the ground by Lyons, a goal.
Out to Grinter. To half forward once again. Lyon unable to mark. Wilson shoots in towards goal, and bang, there's another one for the Demons.
Kick now forward for Melbourne. Here's a chance for Jackson. Unselfish hand pass Wilson. Again unselfish. Over to Steins and Melbourne goal.
That's been a bit of the trend of the day.
And Melbourne without their skipper.
Yes, Greg Healy, replacement late in the side, David Flintoff.
Steins does it with the left hand, gets it down to Flintoff, who kicks up towards full forward. This will go over the top. How will it bounce? A shot by Lyon, and there's the first one on the board to the Demons.
Well done by David Flintoff, his first kick having replaced.
Handed on that occasion. Newport puts it over the top. This could be dangerous. Wilson hooks it back in towards the square a little too far. No! The mark's been taken. Bennett. Stretch. Prolific kick winner, Stephen Stretch. Towards Dean and Law. Wilson scouting the pack. Dean does it on his own eventually and does well. Gives it across to Eichhold, who passes out in front of Wilson. He's going to be claimed. Gets the hand pass back, and it's a good one too. Now the opportunity for Lyon after receiving from Flintoff. He shoots in towards goal and puts it through.
Well, fine play there from Melbourne.
40 metres out. Kicks in towards the square. It drops short, and this is Romero in towards half forward. Solid mark taken, however, and a chance for Flintoff to clear. He does as he gets it away to Simon Eichhold, runs through the centre. Eichhold now up towards the half forward line, and the mark taken by Dean. He's got Yates going wide, but he elects to go longer. Floating it in towards full forward, and this time the mark is taken by Bennett. Longmire puts the hand pass out, but it could be dangerous as Dean can give it to Newport. Newport steadies, chips in towards full forward, and has put through another one for Melbourne. Well, Newport loses it too, but Melbourne get clear. No. It finishes with Steins. Big Jim flicking it in towards his co-ruckman in O'Dwyer. Nicely back again to Flintoff. Flint to farm it out, but there is no one there, and Johnson receives from Dersma, and away goes Alan Johnson. Oh, he tried to bounce it in the mud, but he's got time to recover. Goes to the outer side of the centre square, then kicks long in towards full forward. Melbourne fans calling for a free down the ground. Johnson was filled, and Melbourne fans not at all happy, Ross.
Love earlier on to steal possession from Jen Steins. The other players that are bear in the game too, Sandy, is Ross Smith, who's just tidied up on Gary Lyon.
Yep, Yates may pick up a free kick on the outer side. It doesn't matter, play on as he finds Dean. Warren Dean's kick down towards half forward. Flintoff, well, he's had a dream run, Flintoff, and look at this. He's out, he passes,
well
and he
played.
passes beautifully.
Well played, Sandy was. I mean, really has, without going on too much there, but Flintoff.
And Arsieri, Smith again. A little too slow to get rid of it on that occasion. Lovett sweeps it wide to Yates. This looks dangerous. Yates long in towards full forward. The big pack is there. The mark has been claimed. It's not being paid to Bennett, however. He gets it across to Jackson. Jackson to Lyon. Gary Lyon thought about going on straight into goal, but decided, no, I'll go back and have a sec shot.
Clever kick too from Ricky Jackson. He could have bent the ball further around, shot at goal. Saw Lyon out the corner of his eyes. Now shooting, having kicked 2 goals too, shooting for his 3rd, and he's in a far better patch of grass there to kick more truly.
This to give Melbourne the biggest lead of the match. Gary Lyon shoots, and Gary Lyon goals.
Well, I mentioned earlier on that I thought Ross Smith had tight.
Straight down the middle, Yates and O'Dwyer. Yates steals it from his big ruckman, gives it across to Simon Eishold, who kicks up towards the half-forward line. Lyon is a great player. Great player. To the running Flintoff, just about best player on the ground. He floats one in towards full forward, and Michael Martin is there on the left line of defence.
One of those end-for-end drop punts that dip very quickly and running very quickly. He had time to steady David Flintoff. When you run quickly and try and kick hurriedly, the ball often comes off the boot like it did then.
Martin's kick towards Bryce. Oh, Bennett comes over the top and marks strong.
So he'll be a chance from there. Good firm footing.
Good kick too, isn't he? He'll be kicking from 50 metres. He's already kicked 3, and 2 of those in this quarter. Been a good term for Melbourne. Oh, it's a beautiful looking kick from Bennett. Oh, no worries about that. Straight through the middle, and there's goal number 4.
Well, we mentioned it without singing.
From a standing start. Longmire goes towards Hepburn. Grinter through the pack. Beautifully played by Grinter, and the pass is a brilliant one to Darren Bennett.
Well, that's the sort of football that Rod Grinter can play. Cleverly take.
At the bottom of the pack was Romero. It comes out to Wilson. 1, 2 bounces. Steele is shepherded out. He shoots in towards goal and has threaded it through. Socket out of the hands. It comes to Johnson. A high kick in towards the centre once again. Gary Lyon is in front. Pushed it down, in fact, to Brian Wilson, who's got Newport running. Goes even wider. This is dangerous as a chip goes in towards Darren Bennett. The kick coming from Brett Lovett. It could result in a goal to Flintoff. He gets his kick, and I think he's done it, young Flintoff. He has.
Well, just reward for a fine effort.
Developed into a very good defender as well. Wide, he saw Grinter all on his own. Kicks down towards half forward. No one takes it clean. Comes to Lyon, gives it to Stretch. Pulls it back to Likely. Is there anyone there? Jackson!
And again, Sonny, the advantage was centering the ball. Then Ricky Jackson's pace took him back quickly enough. Had a quick look, too quick for Darren Steele there. Fine kick from Stephen Stretch with a good handball coming from Lyon. And he read that very well, Ricky Jackson.
So Jackson now looking for his first goal of the day, but it'll be an important one if he kicks it. He has. And Melbourne looking good. To Hepburn, play on is the call. Away goes Johnson. 1 bounce.
Goodness me.
Gets clear. Ross is not happy. Up to the half-forward line, and Dean at the back marks for Melbourne. Gray in towards the half-forward line. The hand pass goes to Grinter, however, he can bounce his way down half-back. Gets his kick. Over the centre. Wilson's his target. He finds him too. Brian Wilson now pulling it back for Lyon.
Clever kick.
Back to Wilson. Just outside 50, and another clever kick finds Ricky Jackson, who has proved very damaged. Short again, proved very damaging in this quarter. And David Flintoff
will try and finish off this good work.
Good clearing football by Melbourne as we see Liam Pickering coming off the ground for North Melbourne, replaced by Alistair Clarkson.
Flintoff, just the one goal, but he's had a hand in a couple of others. Oh, and he's threaded that one too. Great kick by Flintoff, and another one to Melbourne.
That's his second in this quarter, Sandy. And again, great.
First 2 goals on the scoreboard. Wilson gets the hand pass out to Lyon. Lyon goes back to Newport. Now the Demons into attack. Newport's kick is beautiful and finds Bennett. Trouble. Wilson takes the mark between half-back and centre wing. He was nearly caught, able to get the hand pass off to Yates. Yates, who always looks pretty steady on his foot, goes up towards half-forward now, Graham Yates. Steadies, kicks into the pocket, and Bennett takes a great mark in front of Darcy. Lyon overruns it, goes back after it again. It's Darcy there for Geelong. Lyon's kick, great mark to Bennett. Pretty effective. It's out to the advantage of Greg Healy. Greg Healy gives it further forward to Brian Wilson. Wilson, you'll be caught. No. With skill, back to Greg Healy. Into the pocket. Lyon, no, over the top. Jackson.
Just a month ago, Newport, a great hand pass to Wilson. Wilson, what a pass to Bennett.
Every full forward will love a pass like that coming from the players downfield.
Too high for Steins. Schultz is under pressure. Newport helped out by Steins. And Steins, the big fellow, backs himself. The short pass is effective. Greg Healy marks. And Steve Hawkins kick wide. Great play by Phoebe. Recovers beautifully. Just taps the ball onto Jackson. Jackson's kick in towards the forward pocket. And Dean takes the mark 40 metres from goal. He plays on. There's no one home for Geelong. Bennett marks. Goes straight up the ground. Beautiful drop punt kick. Newport. Not a bad mark for a tagger.
My word.
Long kick to half forward, but O'Dwyer's the only man with height back there. Ablett claims he was kept out of it by Grinter. Mark stands. O'Dwyer goes wide to Graham Yates.
Bairstow's kick towards half forward. And a great diving mark by Ablett. And the skills of this man are unbelievable. Round onto the left foot. Great smother Grinter. Back to Ablett. Tackled when he didn't have it. Play on. Newport's hand pass over the top. And Greg Healy just gets his hand to it to knock it out to Lovett. Lovett's kick to the wing, and the Demons are out of trouble.
Beats Steins. Comes to Wilson. Threads it out to White. And Sean White, good delivery to full forward O'Dwyer. Good mark.
Gee, they're all colours now, these mouth guards, aren't they?
Yeah. Get them in club colours. From the centre circle, Yates, inside half forwards. O'Dwyer up again, down to Wilson at the front. Weaves through. Gets the hand pass to Flintoff. Oh, great goal by Melbourne.
Good goal.
Long, so the free kick will go to O'Dwyer, and Melbourne need a goal before half-time. The kick to half-forward has been marked by Lyon. They have to move it on pretty quickly. Goes fairly indirect out wide. Steins gets past. Down he goes. Wilson caught well by Schultz. Now a chance for Steins again. Mark has been taken by Greg Healy, and the Demons are... The Demons come out of that ruck contest in the centre through Flintoff. His kick is okay. Yates. Good disciplined kick by Yates to the front of the squares. A Melbourne mark. Lyon will kick a goal.
Well, an equally brilliant mark there to Gary Lyon.
But great interception of the Buse handball by Flintoff. And this boy's played pretty well, David Flintoff. He's kick into the pocket. Lyon.
Oh.
And Boss a little crude at the end.
50.
And the umpire spotted it.
I was going to say, professionally, that was helpful. He would have known that Darren Bennett was by himself in the square and didn't allow Gary Lyon to get up very quickly and pass that ball on. But now with the 50 metres, I'm sure Gary Lyon won't miss. And he's the player they need firing. Big responsibility on his shoulders. He's the key in their forward line along with Darren Bennett. If he's held up, tied up, very difficult for Melbourne.
Well, he's kicked one, and this should be his second goal for the quarter. Doesn't miss.
And goes after it again, applying the Shepherd. Viney. White. Just gets the kick away. One-touch football by Flintoff. Great. Healy, what a sensational hand pass to Jackson. Jackson for goal and kicks it.
Great play, Melbourne. Great teamwork. The skipper in it.
Steins clean possession. Oh, he did that so easily. Lyon a chance. Oh, what a mark. Rogers wearing him like a blanket. Gary Lyon. I think too far out to score, but his very best kick might give it a nudge. Torpedo, a beauty! The siren's gone, did it score? A goal to Lyon!
So he must pressure. Dersma does well. Forced to kick with the left quickly. Over the top. Oh, what a mark! Flicked off. Stephen Hocking did the tackling. Steins over the top. Todd Viney tries to flip it back. And Hughes gathers well. Good play by Danny Hughes. Sweeping on it, Ablett. Oh, he tries to crash his way through. Ricky Jackson finds space. Flintoff, Newport. Demons now in control. Newport's kick finds Johnson. Johnson running up towards half forward, looking to draw a player. Bounces again. The player's on his own. It's Viney at centre half forward. Boss's kick. Back towards the wing, but a good, safe mark taken there by Alan Johnson. And his last quarter has been commendable so far. He plays on quickly and finds Todd Viney just outside 50 metres. The short pass is on. It's Eishold. Eishold, left foot kick. Okay. Lux of fortune. Bennett marks 20 metres around.
Bennett won that tap. Be hard to get a clear kick out of here. Oh, Hocking gave it straight to Wilson, who kicked the goal.
Well, Brian Wilson certainly has recovered.
Ablett. Punch by Grinter. Grinter follows up. Well played by Rodney Grinter. Back to centre wing. All Kim Steins for Melbourne's first. And at last he's put it.
Wilson does well to the advantage of Jackson. Jackson about 35 metres out from...
And he's got a bit of a chance. Beautiful kick. Goal. 30 metres. Stabs it through.
And Wilson couldn't hang
From the outset, Melbourne looked anxious to atone for last week's loss, and Darren Bennett put their first on the board after just 2 minutes. Ricky Jackson was dangerous around the packs, but while he managed to find the goals here, points at the first break. The second term saw some fine football from both sides, and twice during the quarter, Stephen Stretch cut Fitzroy to pieces. Into life, they kicked the last 5 goals, booting 7 straight for the quarter, to lead by 27 points at the long break. But then began a truly remarkable quarter of football, after Melbourne got the first goal to lead by 33.
He tries again, this time on the turn, just pops it very high. Jenke sees it. Oh, I thought it was out, but it wasn't. Oh, Yates! It went through for a goal!
Well, Diego Maradona would have been proud of that. What a sensation.
By young Luke Beveridge. Gets the hand pass up the ground. Campbell inside 50. Goes for goal. It's close. Good kick.
Melbourne have just got to be convinced of it. They try to play him in all these different positions. Campbell's kick towards full forward. No mark. Greg Healy. Is it a mark? Right.
Yeah, Sean White. I'd play that actually. Yes, I would, Ian. He's right in front. He had first touch of the ball. It came straight back down.
Hands, that's what I was waiting for. He was at the bottom of the marking contest, but Sean White having a shot from only 20 metres out, and he kicks a good goal for Melbourne.
Look at this ruck work again. Well done by big Steve O'Dwyer with the...
Flintoff's played an excellent game. Beautiful play. Puts it wide for Spalding. Should be a goal here to Earl Spalding, and he kicks one at last.
Thought it was a free kick. Umpire didn't think so as players charge in after it at half. What a quick hand pass. Comes across, I think it was Bailey.
In the goal from that position. He runs around to improve the angle. Oh, it's a beautiful kick.
Rick Williams.
And Williams is reported again. Out comes the book again for Greg Williams. He's already done 5.
Pass to Tingay. Over it goes to Steins. Steins towards full forward. The Flyers. And a brilliant mark towards half forward. Flintoff. Healy. Greg Healy into the open goal. It's another one to the Demons. Yates from centre wing will go long. A beautiful drop punt. Harding gets back. Pops one across the head. Umpire calls play on his Flintoff. And David Flintoff has popped it through.
Fresh air shot. Campbell over the top. That was nearly a throw. Bennett. Now Road. He could score from there. 20 metres out and puts it through.
Dwyer. Bowie's calling for it. Also Winmar. Winmar underneath it. Phoebe goes back. And 3 juggles has taken. He's found Healy. Greg Healy to half forward. Low at the back. But chipping across in front. Taking a great mark is Sean White.
Dangerous close to goal. Could set this one up. Hughes. Right footer. Looks good. It's close. And a goal.
In that one, this is Flintoff. on centre wing with a torpedo punch. He travels a fair distance too. Or Spalding almost took a good wet weather mark. There's a quick kick down towards half forward. Grabbed by Viney on the left. Oh, don't tell me he's kicked this. What a great goal by Viney.
Yeah, it's pretty wet outside that part. Oh, Lowe has flattened the Melbourne player. It's Grindick.
He missed him.
Or did he? The book's coming out, but Grindick bounces up like a rubber ball. Half forward for the Demons. Will land it near the goal square. Steins was up high. Wilson off the ground again. This time he's got it, and that's goal number 4 to the Brownlow medalist.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
So 50 years since Australia joined Britain in World War II. A rucking while Madden's in the forward pocket. Comes Melbourne's way and driven out of the centre by Flintoff. Inside half forward and a good mark taken by Wilson. He plays on and goes for goal, and Brian Wilson kicks it.
There's a quick reply there. Great experience again, Brian Wilson.
Melbourne looking to move it quickly. Healy pops it high. O'Dwyer's there with the height. Wilson in front. What a mark!
On beautifully to Danny Hughes. Hughes a long kick towards half forward. Spalding. Oh, what a brilliant mark by Spalding with the one hand. He is an exciting play. Very clever player, Steins. Wilson again. The value of playing in front, Brian Wilson. Now he's going for the short one. No, he's playing on with a hand pass. Good play over to Peter Rode. Rode from directly in front, chips at goal and pops it through. Very good player too. Flintoff caught with the ball. And Todd Viney didn't like the attention of Buick then. I thought he almost popped one then. And now it's on.
Yes, it's erupted. Well, we've answered the question about whether they'll be taking this last match easily, haven't we?
Well,
no doubt they're both very serious about this match.
They've all got their pride, and Melbourne have been down on form, but they look good today.
They do. They look very sharp. And they do definitely want to go into the win under the belt, both sides. There's a couple of short ones thrown there. And
bit out there. They haven't got enough fit men to put out there, I wouldn't think. Although Sean White, I think, has been dragged. Here's Ricky Jackson onto the left foot. That's a good-looking snapshot, and that's much better for a goal.
Yes, that's Ricky Jackson.
I've sung his praises today. Has not given up trying all day. Here's a chance for Melbourne again. Can they get a goal here? Into the open goal goes Viney. It's another one.
That's Viney's first goal, and Melbourne have kicked the last 3.
He runs onto the left foot and tries to hook it back for O'Dwyer in front of goal. It's punched away. Here's a chance for Melbourne. Flintoff, an open goal, taps it through.
This is much better by Melbourne. They've saved their best football towards the end of the lap.
So, well, we're set for what I think is going to be a titanic struggle here this afternoon as we go down to Bernie Quinlan now for the toss.
Greg Healy from Melbourne has called right, and they will be kicking with the wind down to the main scoreboard end.
Punched the ball on that occasion.
Shaw bringing it towards the half-forward line. Gavin Brown against Lovett. That is going to be a magnificent contest, that one. Brett Lovett from the half-back line. Kicks wide for passes to Spalding. Straight down the centre. That's the way to play VFL Park. They need a couple of goals and they need them quickly. Here's Greg Healy. That's Melbourne I'm talking about, of course. Bennett, not sure what to do with it. He's gone for a little chip pass. He's found a man there in Wilson. Now, Wilson is at the 50-metre line. He's going short. Good play by Wilson because this man, Greg Healy, Perkins, a few of the Collingwood players there that aren't playing today. Bad luck that Manson is not available. He's a vital player for Collingwood. There's O'Dwyer trying to tap it on. It's tapped further afield for Melbourne, this time to Spalding. Spalding to Steins. And that'll be a great contest. Steins versus Christian now. Steins over to Phoebe, who's doing well. Phoebe, poor kick. The half-forward. Wilson was there for Melbourne. Good play, Wilson. Over to Beveridge. Here's a chance for the Demons. Beveridge straightens up. Again hooks it. A brilliant mark to Campbell. What a top mark. One-handed. And he'll be on the boundary line.
A chance for the Demons now. Beveridge takes the hand pass from Lovett. Campbell at the back this time. Now, Ronnie McEwen had words to him after he missed that shot. Be interesting to see if Campbell has the last laugh after he takes this shot at goal.
And actually, that is another good mark because McEwen's a strong player.
He's got the goal. Melbourne's first.
Back it comes to Gafer. Gafer to half forward. It should be a Melbourne mark. It is to Alan Johnson.
Back into the side last week after injury. Johnson, good to see him in the Melbourne lineup today. One of the veterans, Tony.
And it will go the way of Alan Johnson. Johnson, a low trajectory kick, a chance for Melbourne here at half forward to Wilson. Handballs a bad one, 20 metres backwards, intended for Newport. Newport's got it all flattened as he kicked it. Could have been a free kick. Peter Rowe, far too slow getting rid of that. That's poor play. Robertson, he loses it to Gavin Brown. The tackle on Brown. Umpire calls play on as the hand pass comes to Campbell, who's playing like a man possessed. A beautiful kick by Campbell to half forward has found Steins. A much maligned player for Melbourne, Tony Campbell. He's really improved.
Forwards cause at all. Krasiska runs at the ball. Lovett, great courage. Centering kick up to
the hand pass beautifully to Graham Wright. Wright sets it up for Kelly. Kelly Sean White. That's a good move to put Sean White down there because he's a very quick player, and
he's gone backwards.
He's gone backwards by about 20 metres to stretch, and they're going into circles, Melbourne. But the loose man has now been gained because Johnson's got it. Now Steins has been directed wider. Now he's got tons of room to play on. Athos Sarisalakis just caught napping there a bit. Steins to half forward, and this is where this man must play. Centre half forward, Spalding.
Well, he's down at centre half back, but he seems to be running between the two half forward lines.
Well, he's one of the best centre half forwards in the game, Spalding. He should play there as he brings it towards full forward Wilson.
Now that was terrific judgment on that occasion because that ball did drop rather harshly, and it was Wilson who put his body in front and a good mark.
Well, he's only 25 metres out directly in front. He's a very capable goal kicker, Brian Wilson. Directly in front, they need this Melbourne as Wilson kicks and pops it through. Well, he was a good ball instead of the man. O'Dwyer was
not going for. They're not even going for the ball, Peter.
Oh, unbelievable.
Not even going for the man, which is worse.
O'Dwyer went for the mark on that occasion and comes down with it. Kick is short. Kerrison goes to spoil. He did that well. Rhys-Ilakis, but the umpire said it was a high tackle on Spalding.
Melbourne have lifted, Pete.
They have. Might be a 50-metre penalty here. Things getting rather heated. It's a warmish day. We can normally win. Spalding has to play on. But Rhys-Ilakis, Johnson. He's chipped that like a 9-iron shot in front of Steins. Wilson chips it in front of him to take the mark. Covering a lot of territory in the second quarter, Brian Wilson finds the skipper at half forward, or short of that position actually. Healy delivers the ball beautifully, and the mark is grabbed by Viney.
They've really lifted their game. It's amazing the way sides play well, sometimes better into the wind, Pete.
Spalding's hand pass to Beveridge. And the mark is taken down there on the wing by Steve Phoebe. Melbourne into the breeze, doing better so far at least than they did with it. Healy again runs into his own man in Bennett. And a chance for the Demons again. The ball is hooked high towards half forward. Off the ground.
Tackle.
Touched, was it? Yes.
Gee, that was a great tackle by Grinter. Thought he may have pulled it in.
Magpies again go forward. This is Brett Lovett, who's having a great contest with Dacos over to Phoebe. Lovett is a very, very talented player.
A little bit too long for just about everybody down there except Jamie Duursma. He'll do the tidying up work. He's gone out wide to Johnson in the left back pocket. Long clearing kick by the West Australian. Phoebe in front. The two number 21s, Christian, will stand the mark.
And the reason McEwen's gone off is because Jackson was in the forward pocket and they've now put Tranter onto Jackson.
Kick to centre wing. Spalding and Morwood, nearly a mark to Morwood. Campbell comes out with the ball. Campbell's kick up towards the centre half forward position. Turner got two hands to it. That could have almost been a Melbourne free kick for Spalding. The umpire says no. Jackson just under the ground to Wilson. Should be a Melbourne goal. Over the top to Bennett. Oh, he gives it back to Jackson, who's kicked it.
Well, you'd have your heart. Desperate play by the Collingwood defence as we see Banks putting the ball to ground. Umpire calls play on loose ball with Wilson. An open goal. Brian Wilson hooks it back. I think he's put it through. He has.
Well, on that occasion...
It was by no means a match-winning lead, and the Pies found that out when Melbourne began another counter-attack.
That'll go pretty close. Banks, did he touch it?
Collingwood tried to stop the rot, but too many times their players were left flat-footed, resulting in goals like this to Melbourne.
Healy could go from there, runs in, shepherded well by Wilson.
Through the term, and it seemed many of his teammates joined him as Melbourne raced to a 28-point lead.
Oh, some shepherding, is it a goal?
Nothing could stop that Brian Wilson magic.
Over the head of Pack, Wilson off the ground. Was it touched? Don't know that it was. And it's going to be taken by Stephen Phoebe.
Played a great game, Phoebe.
On to Stephen Stretch. Up to Lovett. I think we could say the same about him. But his opponent out of the match early. Wilson.
He's been a real headache on half forward.
Wilson gives it back to Lovett. 65 metres out from goal. Bennett on a lead, marks, and well within kicking distance, Darren Bennett.
Official attendance today, 63,062. Melbourne have looked the better side. This is Graham Yates. They wouldn't want to relax for a moment because Collingwood are coming back. There's Spalding attempting to take the mark. Strong work. Brilliant play, Wilson. Kicks it off the ground. Great play, Wilson. Healy shuffles it out. A chance here for a goal to Melbourne. Kicked by Brett Lovett. No, he's missed. Is with Morwood. Morwood the chip pass. He finds Starcevic, who's caught. Starcevic plays on. Over to Morwood. Morwood has it smothered off his boot. What a bad mistake that by Starcevic. He should have gone back to have a kick. What a Hecker at half forward. The advantage is played to Banks. Banks trying to run away with the ball. Hooks it back in front of the goal. Beautifully smothered down there by Newport, and Sean White will take it to the line. Hooks it back. Will it go out? Yes, eventually. No, it's not, the boundary said, and eventually Road takes it over the line for a throw-in.
What a great hand pass by Wright along the boundary line.
In Healy, but it will be Stretch to pick it up.
Stretch, oh, beautiful sidestep. He really has a lot of talent, Stretch. He brings it to half forward. At the back was Kosciuszko with a big punch. It might favour Melbourne, though. The kick off the ground comes straight to Phoebe, who's been a great player all day. Phoebe to half forward. Danger for Collingwood. Spalding tries to tap it back over his head. The pace of Jackson. Over to Viney. Viney cleverly handballs back. Here's a chance for Tony Campbell. He's gone short. Oh, great play by Melbourne to Bennett, and Bennett will make the distance, I would think.
Gee, that was a good pass by Campbell because he really summed up the situation. That was a pressurised situation, and he summed it up beautifully, and a great pass and good lead.
Probably the most vital kick of the game, this. If he kicks this, it'll be very difficult for Collingwood. He's 45 metres out. He's a long kick. He's a booming drop punt. It's coming back. I think it's a goal. It is.
Well, he has had a...
Johnson. Short of the right centre wing for the Melbourne side. We'll find Tony Campbell with the kick. A clever tap on to get it away from Kerrison. Jackson, always dangerous, close to goal, and the short pass is a ripper. Melbourne looking the goods at the end of the game now. Viney, another short pass from him. Bennett on a lead and takes his second mark inside a minute.
The difference between these two sides is that Melbourne disposed of the ball better than what Collingwood. Collingwood have not had a passage in the day where they've disposed of the ball like that. Melbourne have done it on countless occasions.
So Darren Bennett, after a quiet day, really has a chance to sew up the game. He should get the distance. He's a long kick. And that, I would say, is just about the elimination final.
The way that he kicks the ball, he's got the taut-in step and a very, very straight knee. He also times the ball beautifully, and that helps him get the distance. He's a big man. And watch this from behind goal. Look at the legs. Terrific follow through.
Never looked like missing.
Lee Matthews up there and the side. Another disappointment maybe for Collingwood supporters as we see Johnson out to Stretch. Stretch since half-time's been a much better player.
That's the way things have turned out here this afternoon. Yates now at the right half-back flank. Hooks the ball towards centre wing. Oh, strong mark by Spalding.
He only had eyes for the ball.
Oh, he's a great player, this man.
He started on the bench, and that's a question we couldn't find an answer for. I dare say John Northey. Melbourne just going through the motions now. Hecker, well tackled by Rode. The ball spills free and picked up for the Demons by Phoebe. His kick out towards the right half-forward flank. Campbell. Looks for the long hand pass. It's effective to the running Spalding, right on 50. A great game from him again this afternoon.
And there's the man who sets them rolling at the bounces. Steins to Healy, to Dersma, to Grinter, and Grinter's been an excellent player for Melbourne too. Grinter, beautiful pass.
Got their act together with a brilliant third quarter when they booted 9 goals too. Actually, Peter, they outplayed Collingwood in the second term, although Collingwood on the scoreboard got the better with those 2 late goals.
You're dead right, Pete. For 3 quarters, the last 3 quarters of the game, Melbourne were far the better side. They had too many good players for the Collingwood side, and it started right at the centre bounces with big Jimmy Steins. They were smart, Melbourne, with the slippery conditions for a while. They took off O'Dwyer, left it to Steins, and they had so many good players, particularly in defence, where Brett Lovett was excellent. Johnson was great. Sean White did his job, and all around the ground they had much better players. Spalding was outstanding wherever he played, at centre back, centre forward. He seemed to have a roving commission, and in the end Bennett was doing some good leading. You could see the team spirit of Melbourne. They really have got a lot of spirit. Grinter was a great player in defence, and then Greg Healy set a fine example as a rover. Newport did a great tagging job on Gavin Brown, and also Dacos was taken out of after a brilliant first quarter. Dacos was taken out of it by Brett Lovett. Great performance.
That will hold him in good stead today. Right, Melbourne make their appearance under the arena now, and they're certainly going to be the crowd favourites here, and I agree with Bernie. I think that Melbourne win a lot of the close games today. I'm sure will be close, and that will give the edge to the Demons to advance to the preliminary final next week against Essendon at VFL Park. However, we'll find out after 4 quarters of what I'm sure is a big pack of players down there. No one can take the mark. No one actually went for it. Punched away. Viney's kick up towards centre field again. Spalding, good shepherd, allows Healy to soccer the ball forward. Open space down there on the forward line. Darcy missed it. Wilson off the ground. Soccer technique, should be a goal. Hand pass, Bennett to Steins, through Melbourne's first.
Well, I thought on that occasion...
Newport looks for O'Dwyer on a lead and marks. Now O'Dwyer missed with a shot at goal before, but he
goes for goal. Nearly the mark. Now it comes out the back to Grinter. Rebound football because Phoebe's on his own. Out on that outer wing. The bounce favours Stephen Phoebe. He has 1 bounce. Runs up towards the wing and kicks Melbourne up towards the 50-metre line. No mark to Spalding. Opportunity for Wilson at the fall of the ball. He gets the hand pass back to Phoebe. Good play by Melbourne. The short pass finishes with Steins on the 50-metre line.
The adage bad kicking is bad football, I guess, is soon to become applicable. To the outer side, Spalding, the flyer, great mark over Schultz. Gets the hand pass away. The recipient is Newport, tries the spiral punt. A magnificent kick from Newport. Look at that, he's stopped it. Great goal.
Now watch on this occasion when Spalding gets it, he plays on quickly.
Now can Jimmy Steins kick the distance? He's going for the short pass into the pocket, looking for Bennett, and Bennett marks.
Bennett's kicked 3 behinds, Ian. You wouldn't bet on him so far, would you?
I think his confidence could be very low, but still, let's give the man a chance. Darren Bennett. Pretty good mark.
Excellent mark.
And he kicks from 25. And he kicks a goal. Punched away by Hocking, punched away by Johnson. The ball up towards Jackson, and he gathers pretty well, Ricky Jackson. Her sweeping hand pass to Yates. Into an open goal goes Graham Yates and pings it.
Work for Stoneham. Excellently done by the big fellow just inside the boundary line. Sean White on his own, the only one to go for it. Good mark. And White transferring play to the outer side now. 2 Melbourne players on the run. Campbell, though, stopped in his tracks by Mark Boss. Campbell from left half-back, standing start kick. Newport at the back, screamer!
He had to sit. Brian Wilson putting it to ground, socket off the ground, towards half forward for Melbourne. Andrew Obst in after it.
A couple of seconds before that.
Craig O'Brien, the long kick to centre wing. Terry Danaher coming after. Brett Lovett is a very good player. One of the best halfback flankers in the game, this player. Look at that hand pass. A beautiful long hand pass to Spalding. Spalding to half forward. They're looking good. Melbourne. Bennett. Yes, and the Melbourne crowd roar with delight because since coming from the West Coast Eagles, he's been a terrific focal point, Bennett. It's unluckily for him, he couldn't quite get in a slick hand pass. It was intended for Buick, who soccers it off the ground to Kransberg, up in front of goal. Danny Hughes reads it well. In front of Simon Madden to take a safe mark 20 metres out from the Essendon goal.
To the advantage of Obst, but didn't quite reach him. Thompson, grabbed by Obst. Thompson played it well. He's left-footed to centre half forward. Steins there for Melbourne, takes an easy mark.
Her back in towards the pocket. The knockaway comes to Obst. Obst further field to Stephen Stretch. He loves these long runs, and Stretch kicks long to the half forward line. Campbell couldn't take the mark. Grabbed by Stephen O'Dwyer was good football. The long kick, will it bounce through? It floats to the line. Was it a goal? Yes! Greg Anderson's being picked up by Newport in a stopping role today. Derek kick it off.
Been replaced by Spawn.
Kick by Wilson, short of the goal square. O'Dwyer with the height there for Melbourne. Off hands to Eichhold, over the top with the hand pass, and the goal to Campbell.
The handball backwards to Stretch. Phoebe. Bumped by Long as he kicks it to half-back, and that is a very clever mark by Brian Wilson, a brilliant mark.
Salmon gets it to the back. It's well gathered there by Lovett. Forward pocket. Lovell. Good hand pass in. Lovett had followed up and kicks the goal.
To half forward, this is Graham Yates. Played a couple of seasons on the wing. Now he back where he started at Melbourne in the back pocket. Brett Lovett has been outstanding. Further afield to Stephen Tingay. Tingay to half forward, and Steins is playing well. To Stephen Clark, over to O'Dwyer. What's he going to do, the big man? From half forward, kicks it goal and cuts it through for his second.
Pressed by Spalding, who's been a top defender for Melbourne. Great play by Earl Spalding. Gathered the ball and gave off the hand pass. Phoebe, up to half forward. Wilson. Almost pushed into it by O'Donnell. Goes inside 50. Goes long with his kick. Oh, it was let go by Campbell.
The three Melbourne players. Obst in after it again. Shuffles it out to Lovett. That was good football. Lovett to Wilson. Wilson running around onto his right foot. Hooks it back to half forward. And Obst is down there now. Oh, that is good football by the South Australian. A poor kick, though, to half forward. Watson put under pressure by Campbell. Obst again. Beautiful play to Steins. Steins onto Lovell. Lovell straightens up and taps it through for a champagne football goal. That one.
Yes. Wilson bursts out of the centre, shrugs the high tackle. Chance here, Clark marks. Phoebe comes out to Wilson. Wilson wide with his kick. Obst. Oh, gets rid of his opponent well. Andrew Obst has been sensational. Off the ground, into open space. More off the ground, too far. Out of bounds on the full.
Clark ran into all sorts of trouble. Grabbed by Mark Thompson, who sends it forward again for the Bombers.
Spalding climbs high, but higher even is Stretch. And Stretch takes the mark of the match today.
Bit of a mark across his neck there, so it's been a pretty torrid match for him so far.
John Northey on the phone, and it would be a little bit...
Hoisted up high. O'Dwyer or Bennett? O'Dwyer! Michael Long, and caught from behind by Clark. Eichhold out to Tingay, onto Hughes, well up the ground. Long and high to full forward. Bennett, good mark!
Quick one like that. Here they come again. That's Stephen Clark going forward with great pace. Here's a chance now for Andrew Obst, who's been very, very impressive.
to half forward, and Wilson. Oh, courage by Wilson to Eishold. Eishold straightens up and pops through another one to the Demons.
What kept the ball in front of him? Oh, Long, what a trap. Michael Long, brilliant. The short pass didn't come off, though, and Spalding wins again. Spalding's kick to centre wing. Obst. Well, he is doing really well. Wide he goes to Hamilton. He centres it towards centre half forward. Obst again.
Well, Seaman shouldn't have had a look around there. He should have went for the...
Manning goes short, a widely directed pass to Brian Wilson, who's played a great game. Over to Phoebe. Phoebe wide. He's looking out there for Lovell. Oh, good play by Andy Lovell. Runs to the 50-metre line. The short pass is on, and that is beautiful football. The lead by Bennett, hitting him right on the chest.
Yes, great play by Lovell, getting away there from Timmy Watson.
Comes to Yates. Yates over the top. Stretch. Cornered. Has to go back to Yates. Now Melbourne being put under some pressure. Yates to Steins. Steins a bit of fancy footwork. To half forward. O'Dwyer tried to tap on, but Clark stayed down and took the mark. In he goes to Tingay. Further afield to Lovett. Lovett gets through the pack. Back to Newport. And Newport's kick is good.
Up towards Steins for Melbourne. He shuffles it out to Gary Lyon. Lovely chip pass over to Campbell from Lyon, and the Melbourne supporters roar when...
Popping back in the goal square, the mark taken by Brendan Moore, who bounces out of defence. Too slow! Great chase by the Melbourne forward. That was Obst again. Brilliant football.
The Spawn can't get the bounce of the ball, so he goes and gets it himself, Madden. Madden to Plain. Plain hipped out of it by Stretch with good strength. Long kick to Brett Lovett. They've got loose men everywhere, this Melbourne side. Back-up support from Wilson. Goes inside
to Anderson, who's given Spalding the slip for one of the few times. Kick well smothered by Steins. Spalding helps it back to Steins. Well, it looked like a certain goal or a contest in the goal square, and now Melbourne have it. Centre wing, and Eishold holds up play.
Oh, that was great play by big Jimmy Steins there, the smother.
Eishold's kick to half forward. Wilson leading. 60 metres from goal on the boundary line. Bennett one out with Anthony Danaher in the goal square. He's trying to offer a lead. O'Dwyer's there as well. Wilson needs a long kick in the direction of O'Dwyer. Almost. Melbourne at ground level. Tingay lost his footing. Spawn's there to help out for the Bombers. He drops it in the tackle, red hot.
Great play by Melbourne. This is tremendous pressure football, Peter.
Could have been 50 metres then. Gary O'Donnell. Oh, good play by Bennett. Will chase after him hard. This is Mark Thompson. Caught. That's holding the ball.
Yes, definitely.
And Lovell again with terrific tackling. Bradley Plain off the ground.
Get to Thompson. Wide for Vanderhaar. Look out, here comes Obst. Good tackling by Obst. Sensational tackling by the Demons.
That was great play by Obst.
Some of the Essendon players know where they are, but they've been outplayed today. Oh, that is a very, very good mark by Andrew Obst. Front of the Melbourne members stand. They roar, and no wonder that was a top mark.
In front of big Simon Madden, who showed a little bit of frustration. Gee, that's a waste.
Well, it's not their day, Essendon. Phoebe to half forward. Steins cleverly over to Lovell. Lovell onto the left foot. An open goal. Kicks it. It's another one to the Demons. Great football.
Couldn't quite grab it. Comes to Spawn. Anthony Danaher on the forward line for the Bombers with the kick astray and the mark taken by Yates. And Yates has had 19 possessions now, and that was his third mark. Over the top to Stretch. Unmarked as O'Dwyer centre wing. Plenty of space. He goes back, looking for a long kick. Spalding. Well, he picked him out, O'Dwyer, and found him easily.
Some of those Essendon players look exhausted.
Kick by Spalding is a boomer to the edge of the goal square. Bennett having a wrestle and takes the mark.
Been intriguing today. Kicked off the ground by Phoebe. Oh, beautifully picked up by Anthony Danaher. He runs to 50 metres and kicks long up towards Buick, but Graham Yates just stood his ground, reached over the top of him and took a
And Derek Kickett could have hand passed inside then to Neil Danaher. Spalding round the Melbourne members wing. Oh, that could have been a free kick down the ground. Silly play by Greg Anderson. Very late on the scene, and the umpire picked it. Peter Carey having a word to Anderson, who's had a frustrating day. This is Andy Lovell from centre wing. They look fresh and they look keen. There's Bennett trying to tap it over to Stynes. Will it sit for him? Stynes off the ground, a soccer goal, a ripper. Melbourne can do no...
Goes to ground this time. Tapped out by O'Brien to Manning. Just gets past the tackle. Off to Spawn. In he goes to Watson, who lollops to the 50. Pumps it high. Nobody there for the Bombers. Yates is back there for Melbourne to take the defensive mark. Taps away from Madden. Yates, they're there in numbers. And Danny Hughes gathers the bouncing ball and clears for Melbourne. 2-1 for the Demons. Stynes marks.
Stynes has been fantastic. So has Wilson. Out to Newport. Newport back to Stynes. This is great football by Melbourne. Hughes. Grabbed by Buick. The mark dropped by Yates. Grabbed by Simon Madden. Manning can't trap it. Hooks it back into play, and Melbourne even get out of trouble now. Oh, boy, is this their day. As Gary Lyon comes away with the ball. That was unbelievable as Obbs takes the mark at half-back.
Well, that's bad luck for Steve Clark. He's been an excellent player for Melbourne today.
And obviously we won't see him back. He's going straight up the race.
Derek Kickett to O'Brien. O'Brien, the long kick to half forward. Oh, there's a Melbourne mark and a good mark to Phoebe. Got a lot of strength all over the field, Melbourne. There's Obst and Peter Rode. Oh, there's three players out there. Buick does the chasing, some good shepherding. Allows...
Moving it on quickly. Hamilton. Inside half forward. And Spalding has been superb in the key defensive role.
Now, was he off? No, Simon Madden. Simon Madden shakes his head. He really didn't. He was about to play on, but I don't think he moved offline, Bernie.
Well, Simon Madden just came right across the mark, so the umpire had no option other than to give the 50-metre penalty.
Well, on the stretch from centre wing to the pocket. Bennett might mark this. Good use of the body.
Didn't go for huge distance, goes for brother Terry, and Bennett snips it.
Up him's Graham Yates. O'Donnell gets the kick in. Hughes, and I love it. Love it as absolute.
Wire and Madden. Taken away by Phoebe. Or Tingay it was. Obst. Now Gary Lyon. To centre half forward. A big climb at the back and a mark by Campbell, who's just come off the bench. Away to Yates. Short pass to Bennett.
Just under a minute of play left. Danny Hughes, been a good player, Danny Hughes, back in that Melbourne side. Lovely kick too, picked out Stynes. Stynes has been excellent. Over to Obst. Former South Australian to Campbell. Campbell might break the shackles here. He does and kicks it long. Here's Bennett again. He's got two to beat. Oh, clever play by Bennett to punch it back to O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer puts his body in. Can they do something with it, Melbourne? It was good play by O'Dwyer. There's Grinter. The Essendon defenders trying to shuffle it back towards the boundary line. Grabbed by Buick. Kicks it to the 50-metre line. But it's taken there by Tony Campbell.
Back for Melbourne. Up over the centre it comes. Flicked on by Bennett. G's done a lot of work that probably by most people has gone unnoticed. Viney knocks the ball on. A clever tap. Open goal for Lovell. 30 metres out. He should cap it off. He has. He's put it through. The Demons 13th. Good.
Now, tidying up for the Swans is Carroll. Carroll kicks it wide. And a mark taken out there by Potter. Potter plays on quickly. Kicks a high one. Not a lot of method in that advance by the Swans. Nearly a mark to fell, but no, it was a man in front, Spalding. Spalding gets the hand pass away to Stretch. Stretch kick into the centre. Lovell. Sweeping hand pass over the top to Newport. Newport goes direct towards half forward. A Melbourne mark taken by Healy. He gets the hand pass off to Stynes. Stynes goes to the front of the goal square. High flyer Campbell.
Finding some space down the outer side, the Demons. Tingay's left footer to Campbell, who's kicked two already. Cordy in front of him this time. Campbell keeps his footing. The hand pass is good. It comes in here to Lovell. His left footer is close. Great kick. That was brilliant. Out to Potter. Oh, what a climb in the centre by Stretch.
It's becoming part of his game. He's taken some magnificent marks over the past couple of years, Stephen Stretch.
Off to Lyon, who's got plenty of space. Gary Lyon centres for Bennett. He's the only one there.
Mark.
He was outnumbered 3-1.
Which was Stretch directly towards goal, in towards half forward, and a mark taken there by Todd Viney. Handball over the top to Yates. He should goal from 30 metres. Graham Yates goes bang and pops it through. Could possibly be Dennis Carroll, who's had 21 kicks for the day.
Kick by Bolton for Wheeler.
Oh, good mark.
What a mark by Yates.
She's got two options in the forward pocket, Drew.
Gets the ball towards Campbell. Tui. Campbell over the top. Tingay. Tingay's left foot kick from outside 50 metres. Goes to the goal square. At the back, a Melbourne goal coming up. It's Todd Viney.
Viney is there. Cordy out jumps him. Scooped off the deck by Lyon. The hand pass into Eishold, who runs inside 50 and goes for goal. Not a bad kick. Sneaks in.
It to bounce. Kicks towards half forward. Target is Morrissey, opted out of the contest. Oh, and down went Lyon, and the book will have to come out for that one.
Well, that was unnecessary there by Dermott, and I think Dermott should concentrate on football, and that does not look good.
Not even close to a spoil. I think there's been a report there has.
Yes, Dermott
already.
Obst, long kick towards full forward. Could have nearly been a Melbourne mark. Didn't hold it long enough was Bennett. Monkhurst chipping in as Flintoff. First chance for Melbourne, and Flintoff, talented, kicks the goal.
Well, Melbourne.
Drop punt to half forward. Kelly and Lyon. Almost a beauty for Lyon in its pay. Collingwood don't like it. Bennett on a lead. Lyon lets go with one and kicks it superbly. What a goal.
Better. The kick goes wide. Lovell has bumped off it by Turner. Turner goes back. Oh, fatal mistake. Lyon could kick his second within a minute. And he doesn't miss those, Gary Lyon. Bread and butter stuff to the champion Melbourne.
But gets some distance. Beveridge in the front. Kerrison at the back. Still with Beveridge. Quick high kick. Yates getting underneath it. He's got it, and he'll kick another one. Three goals into...
Kick to half forward. Over the back is O'Dwyer. Read that well. Did the Rovers job. And a good kick to Spalding. Now Spalding will want to play on here. He's got loose men. Off he goes. Earl Spalding, the short one, is a beautiful kick. What a good pass that was to young Heaver in his first game for Melbourne. And that could be 50. The short one is on. Great pass by the youngster. He's found Alan Johnson directly in front. Less than bad and half forward. Now Phillips a long way out from goal. Good play to centre it to the half forward line. Satori is alive, and what a good mark. That was courage. Steve O'Dwyer across the...
Lyon and Silvani. Two of the excellent athletes in the game. Two great players. Short Viney, who was in the...
Oh, Kernahan. Play on now, players. Called. He did play the mark, and Kernahan played on. Yates found a loose man out wide, and Tingay having a very, very good game. Goes to half forward. Over the back is Bennett.
It was intercepted by Blackwell. Dean's quick kick into the centre. The ball to be won. DeRui. Quick tackle by Stretch. Was good. Now Phoebe to centre half forward. Bennett is recovered. Heaver can kick a goal. Round his body and shoots very, very well. Well, what a start to the up.
Giving him the job on Bennett. David Kernahan to the half-back line. Oh, what a brilliant mark taken by Stretch.
And Vaughn.
And there's a lot of pressure from Kernahan as well.
Flintoff, the long kick, he's looking for Bennett. Bennett in front. Over the back is the young Heaver again for his second goal in league football. Great effort by the young fella for his second. Brent Heaver.
On to back Blackwell.
Short to Bassett. Running out of room. Was off the short. Absolute. Lions free kick.
What a tackle. What a tackle.
Ferocious tackle.
Oh, what's this?
Line goes short now as we see the tackle to Hughes, who's about 55 metres out and is a very long kick.
I wonder if he'll go the torpedo punt. He can kick them, I think.
Took him a long way, Danny.
Played most of his football
It
at
is a
fullback.
torpedo.
Torpedo coming up, doesn't get onto it, goes to the goal square and falls into the hands of Flintoff. Well, a missed kick by Hughes. Flintoff able to get under it and take a rather comfortable chest mark in the end. As the siren sounds, with Melbourne leading by a point at 3-3 to 3-2. It's been an excellent first quarter. Flintoff tucked away in the pocket, but for a right footer on the best side, he's a neat footballer, a good kick, and he goes. So at quarter time, the Demons fourth.
Well, he's now starting to attack the ball, Peter.
Is he ever? He's a different player today. Brett Lovett out wide to Alan Johnson. Now a man running past. Can he lay it off for him? He can. Beautiful pass to half forward. It was Todd Miney. Point in favour of Melbourne. Here's Tingay playing well towards half forward. Lyon and Silvani are there. Lyon, great recovery. Gee, he's got some class on the left foot. He hooks it back in front. Oh, courage! Oh, is that Heaver again?
That's Heaver. Now that is courage.
Oh,
gee, the young kid's doing well, isn't he?
Kicks it to a 29-year-old. Blackwell gets it across to Derui, who gets through Flintoff comfortably, and then goes to half forward, wanting McKenzie. Obster, brilliant mark.
Oh, that was courage, Bruce, too.
Valiant attempt.
Justin Madden goes short. Gleeson in the front spot. Thumped away by Obbs. Taken by Lovett. Handball was excellent to Heaver through the centre. Silvani at the back. Viney.
Stein's a short one. Out wide. Finds Spalding. Earl Spalding from centre wing. It was slightly off the side. Bennett coming from the side. Taps it down to Todd Viney. Viney an open goal. Bang! It's another one to Melbourne.
Intelligent player, isn't he, Lyon? I mean, so is Silvani. It's a terrific classical battle between two.
Bradley, but that was an excellent mark.
And an excellent kick. Kernahan at the back of Stein. Stein's in the front. He's done pretty well after Kernahan had a terrific start. O'Dwyer should leave it for Flintoff. Just gives it to him in the end.
Flintoff should have shepherded.
Hannah makes front position.
Oh.
Spalding does it, doesn't work.
Gee, that's hard to do, and that's courageous. Running with the flight of the ball, he threw himself into the pack.
Paid for that mistake. Let's see if he's up to it. We've put the pressure on him. Spalding has kicked it straight through. 7-4 to 4-4.
A high one. Can Kernahan take another one? He's got a few to beat. Oh, he's too many to beat. Hughes to Lovett. Brett Lovett looking for his options. A beautiful kick too, and he finds Alan Johnson centre of the ground. Oh, gee, that sets it up for Bennett. Bennett up in front. Has taken the mark.
Gee, that wasn't a good kick, was it, Peter, to a full forward? It was like a 9-iron shot out of the rough or in a sand trap. He chipped that high, and David Kernahan just couldn't get there. Fortunately for Bennett, he couldn't get there. But nonetheless, he'll score from here, Bennett.
We said that earlier, and he kicked it out of bounds. But he's kicking from 60. And a booming drop punt. It's a long kick. What a great kick. Goal. Recent weeks in the press. Well, to halfback off, Phoebe reads that well. He's playing well, Stephen Phoebe. The short one is on to centre wing now. Did a carry. It did to Johnson. Johnson immediately swings onto that right foot and kicks a long one to half forward. Lyon, backup support from Spalding.
He's hot, Spalding, isn't he?
Oh, I said it a couple of times. They should never drop him for the Collingwood game, that big game last week.
No, well, listen, he's got, as I mentioned before, he's got just tremendous courage, and he runs himself with the flight of the ball as he did on that occasion. and can turn the body and take a very good overhead mark.
Well, he's kicked one. I wonder if we could back him this time from 45 metres. He's put it. Did it sneak in for a goal? Yes, it did.
Throw in. McKenzie Spalding at the back, or Keogh with a chance, left foot, siren goes, did he kick it in time? Is it all clear? Goal. First couple of goals important for the Blues. Lovett takes the mark at centre-half back.
Now Hawker's in the back line and Darui now on the ball. I'll try and pick up other Carlton moves.
Oh, cleverly done. That was brilliant play by Obbs to Stretch. His danger for Carlton because Stretch has got Madden chasing him. Stretch with a hand pass to Lyon. 25 metres out, Gary Lyon pings away a goal. It's a great goal straight after the half-time break. Here for Carlton. There's a quick kick by Dean now playing up on the forward line, but 2-on-1 here against Kernahan. That's Cameron wide looking for Tingay. It sits for him. Now it should bounce up. No, he gets a bad bounce in fact. Tingay ducks the tackle. That was good play, Stephen Tingay. Beautiful football. Over to Alan Johnson. A bounce. Kernahan chasing him. Johnson to the pocket. Bennett has it punched away. Here's a chance for Keogh. Keogh for his second goal of the game on the left foot. Steps a goal. It's another brilliant goal to the youngster. Well, they're on fire, Melbourne.
Looking for Lyon at half forward. Bassett got rid of it in a hurry. Kernahan cleverly to Blackwell. Oh, good play by Stretch. He set the first goal up after half-time for Lyon, and now from 50 metres kicks to the goal square. Body against body. Melbourne goal surely. Johnson, easy as you like. Another one. 13-5.
Looked like that when you were coming second.
Stretch off the ground. Here's danger. Lyon brilliantly. Oh, gee, that was good play to Newport. Here's Heaver. He's kicked three. Is this his fourth? Oh, under pressure, Brent Heaver. Yes, it's another one.
Well, Melbourne hasn't goaled since the 9-minute mark of the third quarter. Do they want one now?
Oh,
Bennett takes off. Glenn Lovett. It was smothered. Lyon cleverly. Heaver. Will he kick his fifth? I think he did. Well, the 18-year-old steadies the knees as they lift centre-half forward. Hughes underneath it, and he takes a good mark. Quickly plays on with a sweeping handball to Johnson, and maybe Melbourne can set it up here. Second bounce, 3. High kick to centre-half forward. Silvani in the best spot. Couldn't take it. Viney's handball. Newport, Heaver. Heaver to Spalding. Spalding's kick has missed. And a behind. 15-7.
McKenzie elects to kick long. That's good play at this stage of the game. Satori, back up support from Hawker.
Oh, well done, Hughes.
Great play, Danny Hughes. Trying to shuffle it out. The brilliant Bradley. Times.
Satori's handball to Nailey. Can't get rid of it. Phillips ducks his head. Melbourne do well. Stretch gets it. Just over a minute to go. Important mark coming up. Viney against Hannah. Hannah against Viney. Hannah wins it. Left foot. Will Carlton take a mark? Kernahan at the back. Couldn't do it this time. Hughes' handball and a throw in.
49 seconds.
Well, what a finish.
Melbourne have got to thump this back to the boundary line. He's got to set him up. Come over the back on this occasion.
Madden and O'Dwyer. No free kick coming up. Bassett off the ground. Melbourne over the top. Hobbs misses it. Fodia looks for a free kick. Tries to put it through his legs. And again, it'll be a ball up.
27 seconds.
Well, 1 goal the difference. The D's led by 55 points, Melbourne, at one stage in this match in the third quarter. The time ticking away. Carlton have got to grab it and kick a goal. Love it off the ground.
That's good play.
Viney, and Viney should be able to save it. There's 9 seconds remaining. A good kick, and Melbourne is going to win. The Demons will win it. 15-9 to 13-15. Here goes the siren. There it is.
Just congratulated him. It's good to see.
Well done. It was one of the greats. 15-9 Melbourne.
Well, vintage form from him so far this afternoon. Well, they could do with him too. Love it. Johnson, right centre wing, chance for the Demons.
Johnson to half forward. Oh, good mark by young Heber. And from 50 metres, can he kick a goal? It's a long floater. Great goal to little rover Brent Heber. Alan Johnson. So no score. Scores a level, 1-1 apiece as Johnson brings it to the half-back line. Oh, brilliant mark by Lyon. And he's the man that can fire them up. He's a brilliant player, only 22 years of age, but one of the better players in the game. Delray at the back. Atkins. It's tapped out wide at Newport to the half-forward line. Good mark, Todd Miney. Miney, the short one. To Bennett, and that is excellent football by...
Well, they need Bennett to fire as well. He's had a couple of lean weeks.
We should get the distance, Bernie, with the wind.
No problem at all from there, Pete. He'll only be kicking from about 40 metres.
He will put this right out of the ground if he kicks like he normally does. Let's see if he's accurate. Oh, it's close. I think he might have just got it in. Yes, it's a goal to the Demons. There's Lyon doing the ruck work now against Wind. Down the ground is Lovell, Keogh. Showing a touch of class. Well, good play too by Rod Keogh. Over to Lovett. Lovett the short one. He's looking for Graham Yates and he's found him on centre wing. Yates onto the left foot. He's looking for Bennett who takes... Oh, that is a top mark. A very, very good, strong mark, Bernie.